right now. So it's just me and you and I, and the speakers. And whatever you're doing right now, just know that I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you,
Yeah.
and you are there
We are live right
for a reason. Oh,
Whatever you're going through.
now. Yeah, we are live
All
right
right,
now.
and
we just missed a coaching session from Tito.
Yeah.
yeah.
So listen to the audio.
Listen to the audio, and you're going to get yourself a nice little treat. And can confirm, no bad words were said, no slurs, no nothing like that. Just straight motivation, and that's what we're here for. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
My bad. Hey, you know what? Hand up for accountability. Right.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Forgot to push a button, and we're back live.
And we are back live. I mean, it's not an impulse show without stuff like that. But I think that's what, honestly, that's what I like.
Mhm.
Is that there's like, hey man, you mess up, life ain't perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you forgive them in that moment?
Can you forgive?
Can you forgive?
We're about forgiveness on this podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I can
this is
forgive.
summer of forgiveness.
Summer of forgiveness. I like that.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
It's more
Uh,
than saying sorry.
All right. Okay.
I think we're back.
Hello, Mr. Fiolka.
are we back? I hope so.
Yes, we are back. Everything
Oh.
looks to be going good now. So,
You know,
no.
I'm the goat promoter, but I think we need the goat engineer over there doing this job on your side.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You said goat engineer. That's you.
Oh no. I'm far from the goat engineer. I'm still
Well-
learning. I'm still learning.
No, but that's I mean, hey, would it be a impulse show if something like this didn't happen?
No.
No, absolutely. Because I think that's why people like it. They're like relatable. You're like, you know what? We could do that. It's
Yeah, right.
100% you could do that.
And frankly, I didn't really prepare either. I should have poured myself a nice cocktail here because it's 5:30 here in California. I didn't prepare, so forgive me. I'll have to do this sober. Hopefully, I'll do a good job. Hopefully.
Yeah, no worries, man. I mean, I think we've probably had more sober guests than inebriated guests, but hey, and not to make this competition or anything, but usually Mr. Henderson gets a little litty.
I've seen him in that condition. I've drank with him in that condition, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, he's just a fun guy. He's been a great addition to the sport, and on a lot of levels, right? And he's just a great family and a great guy.
Yeah, no, I agree. Dude, there's something about Jimmy. He's just a charismatic, handsome individual that goes the distance, and that's what we're here for. So,
And he has a very attractive wife. Let's be honest.
oh my goodness, Brett, the way she like looks at you, if she likes you,
Oh,
if Brett's a fan of you, she looks at you like you're like the coolest dude imaginable. I
correct.
couldn't imagine what Jimmy was thinking the first time they like met. You know what I mean? Hot dog. He's
Well,
gonna be like,
she
"Hot
does have that southern thing, though. Remember this, guys. When she says, "Bless your heart," you know what that means in the South, right?
Yeah.
She's stabbing him with a knife right in your back.
Yeah.
She is a very assertive woman.
Yeah, right. It's like, as you're laying there bleeding, she's like, "Oh, bless your heart. You're bleeding on my rug."
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, she's great. We had a great time last year at PRI. So, I was able to help them get there through some contacts at PRI, and they hadn't been there before, and they loved it. So, like I said, they're a great addition to the whole sport. And there's a lot of great teams out there now, and a lot of great drivers, and shaping up to be a great season at Crandon, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think before we kind of get into, talking about Spring Crandon, I mean, again, man, first time guest. And anytime we have a first time guest on, we want to find out everything about them. So, I mean, let's start from the beginning. What's your social security number? Routing number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The just the basics, I guess.
Well,
is what it goes.
as Steve Martin once said in a movie, I was born a poor black child. We'll start with
Oh,
that.
I just watched that movie. I just watched that movie. The Jerk, right?
Yeah, the jerk.
Yeah, I just watched that.
Yeah, no, I was actually born a middle class German kid, and grew up in the Bay Area. And my dad was from Germany, and loved cars and worked for Bosch spark plugs, and we were just into racing from a very young age. You know, went to my first race when I was 9 years old at Laguna Seca, Can-Am race at that time, and became enamored with motorsports, and then started working on Volkswagens, which turned into Baja Bugs, which turned into, you know, off-road racing out on the West Coast, and, you know, eventually found my way to working at Bosch as well. And, you know, started going to the big races for Bosch as their motorsports manager at all the Score races. And that was, you know, when I was 23 or 4. And
Wow,
you know,
already, huh?
my first sponsored kid was literally Robbie Gordon, was the first guy I ever sponsored, and he was
Gotcha.
17. So we go back that far, and then, you know, became enamored with the Mickey Thompson stuff. And but it wasn't until like 1997 I was the director of motorsports for PR, public relations for motorsports at Nissan, when I convinced Road and Track magazine to come with us. I convinced Boyd to come with us. Boyd James, one of my best friends, and we came to Coranda for the first time and saw Midwest short course racing. And that, you know, we were there doing a story on Art Schmidt. He was a Nissan factory guy, and that changed everything for me. I just became I loved it, and every time, you know, and since then, you know, ran Dirt Sports magazine, was able to come back to Crandon and just do all kinds of fun things. You know, we was a director, a producer for the original Dust to Glory movie, and you know, we're working on doing it, bringing that back to theater. So there's all kinds of stories about things I've done, but you know, fortunate enough to have a Hall of Fame career, and crazy to think about. This is going to be year 13 for me at Crandon. It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as far as, you know, where you started to where you're at now, and then everything that you've been, you know, doing, I myself have a lot of questions, you know, as far as that goes. But, you know, kind of let's start at the beginning. You know, like you said, is that you were in the Bay Area, so I guess right, California, correct?
Yeah, San Francisco Bay Area. I grew up there.
Okay.
Yep.
And so, I mean, how does a kid from the Bay Area find himself again, you know, kind of messing around in the desert? Like you said, was that a Bosch thing, or is that like,
Yeah, it
because how
was a
did you
Bosch.
even
It
get
was a
that job? Like, was there interest in like dirt bikes or like anything else like that? Kind of what drew you to that, or was it just a flip of a coin for a job?
You know what it was like it was a combination of things. Like Bay Area doesn't have off-roading. Now we have racing out in Vora, you know, out in Sacramento, but that's short course kind of racing, but not big time stuff. I built a Baja Bug when I was 13 and a half. You know, that was my first car.
Yeah, wow.
And you know, I didn't know anything about desert, but I remember opening this magazine up and seeing the single seat buggy like in the Boudreaux cactuses down in Catavina and Baja. I'm like,
Yeah.
man,
Okay.
someday I'm gonna be in that car. And it only took me 25 years to get there.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
know, but I just worked, I helped some teams out. I got to do a little driving. And then, you know, I just loved going to Baja, and finally got to race down there. You know, had my own race team, and with my guys I still race with. I still race Nora every year if I can. And so you know, I just got enamored with the sport, and working in it professionally, and just figuring out a way to make a living at it, which not a lot of people can do, especially on my side, whether it's media promotion, public relations, or even building race cars. You know, it's not the standard way of going about it. But I've been very fortunate, but man, it was ingrained in an early age. It was, and it has have never gotten tired of it, never gotten over it. You know, just love to see the sport build and grow, and any way I can help it, whether it's starting a magazine, you know, at that time, or, you know, doing film, or being a promoter, or whatever it's been. You know, it's been kind of the voice of off-road racing. And in a lot of ways, you know, it's been fun because I've also been involved with like sports car racing at Le Mans, right? And Daytona 24 hours, and Indianapolis. I was there 6 years in a row as PR director for Nissan. So obviously the Indy 500 is a big deal. And, you know, watching the race Sunday, it's like a national holiday in my house, man. We're going to go watch the Indy 500 for real. And
Yeah.
so, and so through that, I also was able to finally bring some of the IndyCar drivers to Wide Open Baja, which I also helped found down in Baja. So we were able to get guys into off-road cars, and that was always part of the fun too, right? So bring these people to, and now it's still the same fun bringing sponsors or celebrities or VIPs to places like Crandon and let them see it for the first time, right? It's the best. I mean, any other form of motorsports except for races like Indianapolis don't even compare. So it's been this a lifelong love affair, man, for me.
Yeah. I mean, and like you said, is that, you know, coming from you know, the Bay. I mean, there's desert being the top off-road outlet, I guess, out there. So having gone and done the desert, then how did you hear about Crandon? Then was it in a magazine? Was it word of mouth? I mean, not to age you or anything like that, but
No,
back then, how did you hear about Crandon? Again, was it just a couple guys from the industry that came with like, hey, you like word of mouth? Like, how did you? What made you go out to Crandon after your time in the desert?
I'll never forget the first time I heard of Crandon was 19, must have been 89 or 90 when ESPN was covering the races and Robbie Gordon and Walker Evans came out. It was 89. Robbie had the BFG Class A truck.
Yep.
And I was involved with Robbie back then. So that's the first time I kind of understood. And don't forget, at that time, we were also going to Riverside every year too.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
So we had our version of Crandon. And when he saw the Jack Flannery's come back and the Scott Taylor's come back, you started with this, this isn't just a West Coast thing. There's a whole thing going on in the Midwest that like none of us even really knew about, only some progressive guys did, but the Brendan Gauns of the world, the Jimmy Johnsons, of course, they were there and knew about it. But that's kind of where it all kind of evolved from. And then the first time I saw it and the first time I really got the only other place I've ever been to that has the same vibe as Crandon is literally Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That place has a soul. Crandon has a soul, right? It's not just the Flannery's. It's not just the circus we put on it's all of it, man. And every time, I think you guys probably know this too, Sunday night when it's over on Labor Day, I look out on the racetrack and when the lights are on and we're partying and drinking, and you look, so there's always that moment you look out and go, man, it's going to take me a year to find this, bring the soul back to this place, but it's always there. And,
Yeah.
it just is, and it just has its own heartbeat, and you can't replicate that. Baja has its own heartbeat in a completely different way, but it's
Yeah.
all parts of the same thing. It's authentic, man. You can't replicate a Crandon. You can't sit there the four of us couldn't sit around a conference table. Well, we couldn't anyway, and come up with this business plan of how we were going to create a Crandon, right? Just
Yeah.
wouldn't happen. So it's just a great chapter in my life, and I'm still really, happy that I'm here with the Flannerys, and I always enjoy spending time with the media. Still, media is close to my heart. Spending time with you knuckleheads. Every time I see you is nothing but laughter and joy and just fun, man. You make it a lot of fun, and there was a lot of anchors around the media guys a couple of years ago. I think you know what I'm talking about. And when Champ kind of removed the shackles, it got to be a lot more fun for everybody. So yeah, that's all part of it too. We want you guys to come and have a great time.
Yeah, no, and again, I think we all agree to, a lot of what you just said, and I mean, it is always a great time whenever we're hanging out with you, and I think too, like when you went to Crandon for the first time, do you remember like what year it was? Did you happen to, was it something about that year that was special that brought you back, or was it just strictly atmosphere?
No, I was pretty sure it was 1997. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
97 or 98. And like I said, I came with Boy Janes, who was my friend, and eventually became a photographer for Dirt Sports, and a guy named Andy Bornhoff, who was a Road and Track. And Road and Track was a big deal. It was a big magazine back then.
Yeah.
So to get a story on art, and I'll never forget this, man. So I don't know if you remember this guy, but at the time, the promoter was a guy named Doug Davis, right? And Doug was just this freaking maniac, dude. He was probably good for his time in terms of being a promoter then, because it was all about just selling banners, going to the Mole Casino and just partying with the Warner guys, or the Carter Casino show, all night long. Who knows what substances were flying?
That's right, man. The Mole Hotel.
Just saying. But the point is that but he was so excited to see us. He made sure we had golf carts. We had everything we needed, every pass, and I just remember going there and, we're doing our jobs, and then it was probably a Friday night start, but then it was a Saturday night where we kind of took the golf carts back to Jurassic Park and the slip and slide there. And this is when it was still kind of gnarly, right? And we were just looking at each other like these California boys, like, where in the hell did we end up, man? Because back then, there was no campers, right? There was like a bunch of like World War II surplus tents.
Man, tents, cars like cars. Absolutely.
Yeah, and school buses with stripper poles.
Dude. Yeah, it was wicked back then.
We're watching these antics of these people drinking with no sleeves on, and like, what is this, man? It was just great. But the racing was great, right? The track was great, and just even I'll never forget. And you guys know this because you do it all the time. Even just the drive from Green Bay, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Especially when we started dirt sports, and that was like 2004 when I went back. Was Boyd and I were laughing because we took pictures in all these towns because it was like, okay, look at this little town, Boyd. It's beautiful. They're along the river there, and look, there's a laundromat and a gas station, and look, there's 5 bars. And next town there's a church.
That's exactly what it
Yeah,
is.
Yeah. Is that
it was.
Wabito?
There was like there was like a church and some temple, and there's 6 bars, and and a smoke shop. Like, man, now we know what these people do all winter, man. This is awesome. This has our name all over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we loved it, enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously you picked a great year to show up. I mean, that was such a great time in racing. Not saying like, I mean, right, we've had valleys and stuff, but like 97, 98, man, like Jamie Flannery was really starting to kind of take over
Yeah.
as, you know, the top dog, and like Jack was still there, and then Walker Evans was there. I mean, Evan Evans was really coming in. Brendan Gong was a guy. I mean,
Yeah, Scott Taylor, Scott Douglas.
Yep, Scott Taylor,
Art.
dude. Kurt LeDuc. I mean, there was a plenty of names that were out there to look for. You know, I mean, so I mean, again, like you said, Art Schmidt, Jeff Kincaid, Johnny Greaves in that pro light class. I mean, you want to talk about a stacked pro light class back then? I mean, those are just the 3 guys. I mean, later on, you know, Rick Huseman comes out of that class.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. So.
And
No,
then when you saw that, and you had that, then you had the resurgence, like when Jim Baldwin had the core stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then you had all those West Coast guys, you know, the Herps and all those guys, you know, Baldwins, everybody going back, you know, from the West Coast back east, right? And they show up at Crandon too, and that was awesome. And you know, I got to race one of Art's trucks at Pro Light trucks, a 4-cylinder truck at the first Chula Vista race, and there was it was insane what they had built there. You guys, I don't know if you were there or not, but it was like Jim Baldwin it was mental. Like we walked in the stadium he built, and there were 25,000 seats. And I walked in and goes, how in the hell are you going to fill this? And of course he couldn't.
Yeah.
But the whole idea of there was a land rush start, you know, that was crazy. The track was crazy. I mean, everything was about it and everybody was jumping, and sponsors jumping, and monsters jumping, and everybody's jumping in. You know, Dan Vanderhoof was racing out there then. Everybody, right? So we saw that resurgence again, and you know, that short course was a year or 2 away from getting mainstream then.
Yeah.
If they'd stayed on NBC, if they just didn't build, because remember he was doing crazy stuff like building tracks at Pomona at the fairgrounds where the NHRA, and all he would do was going digging out asphalt and bringing in dirt and the racing, and then putting the asphalt. And you know how much that cost? I mean, in terms of just the setup, and it's, you know, the sport is now finally realizing kind of where its sweet spot is. I think there's work to be done. There's work where it needs to look bigger than it is, but thankfully it's at least now. I can't speak for the whole sport. I can't speak whenever I go to PRI, to SEMA show. I go to all Sand Sport Show, Off Road Expo. I go to all of them because that's where we all are. Is that at least Crandon and at least Labor Day is like on everybody's radar, and I'm talking about general motorsports, like motorsports people. The guys who know NHRA or IndyCar or NASCAR, they understand that there's this insane race up there that goes on every year. They watch it. They've seen it. They've seen it on Red Bull. They see it on Racer Network now, and it was the first step, guys, that needed to happen. I say this all the time. Everybody was so interested in getting to mainstream. We're going to go mainstream. Well, that's kind of a lot of BS, because you had to get to mainstream motorsports first, and everybody was skipping that step.
Yeah,
We're not, you know, we're not recognized to the general world, but we're not even recognized to the people in IMSA or the guys at Road America or anybody knows this stuff, right?
Yep.
First of all,
we have a great relationship with the guys at Road America now. It's awesome.
First of all, fuck Road America. All right, now go ahead.
Well, I don't know where that comes from, but it's a beautiful place.
Okay, so real quick, I went to school at Lakeland College, so right down the road. And I grew up in Crandon, and my friends that were there were like, hey, man, you have to go to Road America. You have to go to Road America. I'm like, I love racing. I'm into it. Show me. And they took me there, and they're like, yeah, man, come check this out, man. Like, check, like turn one. I'm like, I'm a big turn one guy. I'm like, let's
Right.
I'm sitting there, and they're just like I'm watching the freeway. I'm like, when's the race start? They're like, they're going. I'm like, what? I'm like, this is a freeway, my boy. What do you mean? And for me, then I'm like,
okay, well,
this is just not my cup of tea. I was like, this thing is so overhyped. Like, man, like until you see. So then I took a couple of those friends to Fall
Right.
Crandon the very next year, and I don't think they've ever been back to Road America after that.
Well, we'll fix that this year. Maybe you guys will come with me and we'll go to the IMSA race because that's awesome.
I
I'll
wanna
show you
go.
all the
Jeffrey,
photos.
I wanna go.
Jeffrey's your guy.
I'll go.
And I'll bring Tito.
IMSA sports car is a bitcher. There you go. But the truth fact is that you're right, because now we've kind of met, and we're talking promoter to promoter, right? How they do their business. It's the most manicured, professionally run deal. I mean, they're better than us times 100 of what they do, but they can be. They have 25 full-time people. It's a beautiful place. They keep building, but now all of the board of directors, everybody, they come to Labor Day Crandon and they're getting a suite with us this year. They love that so much too. And now we're buying some equipment from them, right? We're buying some VIP bathrooms and some big screens and things. So it's actually really nice to see what I think are the two best racetracks, off-road racetrack facility and sports car race asphalt facility in the United States working together. They're only 2.5 hours apart. So it says a lot about Wisconsin. I'll have to turn your mind around, Jeffrey. We'll get there someday. It's all right. Oh, you guys, we'll change some stuff.
You know what? I'm in. I'm in. Listen,
You convinced him already.
Yeah, I'm in. I'll always try it twice. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, it's an afternoon. It's an afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what worst case scenario? I just hang out at Road America again. Darn. So listen.
Yeah, and they have great food there. They got great food. Like,
I mean, where we going?
Yeah.
I think it's like hold on. I think it's like the first weekend in August. I'll let you guys know. It's the IMSA weekend. We're actually setting up a display there too, like to cross promoting this thing. So you guys have to be my guest there. We'll take care of that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Let us know, and then if you can get Jeffrey a media vest, it'd be great.
I think I can work on that. Yes, Jeffrey. As long as Jeffrey shows up, that's my only concern.
Oh yeah. I think we could get him to show up to a IMSA race for sure.
I can make it happen. Yep, let's do it.
Let's see here now. We're looking
August 2nd.
August 2nd, so first weekend in August.
I believe that's it. Yep.
You know what? I happen to be open that weekend. So yeah,
Pencil us in.
We're
all right.
in.
I'll get us a golf cart because we need one in that place. Because there's like 8 miles of trails through that place. You can go any place on the track you want to watch. It's amazing.
Nice. Okay, yeah, because I only made it turn 1. I'm like, all right, guys, let's get out of here.
Oh yeah, no.
So what's the attire? You know what I mean? Are we going Hawaiian? Like, are we doing button ups? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
or we all go 80s fitness instructor, like what you got on now.
Dude,
Yes, there we go.
That's what I'm
Even
talking
I will
about,
try to
man.
get to that. I'll have to wear a headband. Maybe I'll probably have to get some hair though. More. I'll
dude.
wear a wig. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll get you with a wig. Or what if you do like a fake skullet? You know what I mean? Like a band.
I could do,
and then like the hair off the back.
or just Richard Simmons style. There you go. I could just be him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Man, I can't get his voice down though. That would never work. I can't.
Oh yeah, that's tough even for me. I mean, I can get my voice.
He had the OP, like, remember those silk shorts? I don't know if you remember that with the tank top.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good look, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, I'll get some 5-inch inseams. You know what I mean? I'll let the ham hocks hang out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got to figure that out. Yeah, my friend, we got to figure that out.
But so as you know, so then you made your way. You checked out Crandon. And then you were involved in off-road after that, and then you were addicted, man. When was it in your mindset, or did it ever cross your mind like, hey, I wanna be promoting Crandon? Did that ever cross your mind? And then when did it actually cross your mind? Was it like an opportunity, really? Hey man, this job's open, I want to do it?
No, it evolved to that. So frankly, I'd been in Crandon every year or maybe twice a year through the magazine, right? And we created this beautiful 40th anniversary edition of Dirt Sports with a beautiful cover. And I had been there in the June race. Boyd was with me. We did some great stories on the staff, of the history of the cars, all kinds of really cool stuff that we did. And through that, right, I got to kind of know Cliff, and Cliff, was not the easiest guy to get to know.
No.
Right, but especially from California. Remember, I was in California, man. You don't trust them Californians.
Yeah.
And and he called me one day and said, Marty, we need some help. I need somebody to write stories. And stories. You see, I said, what he meant was he needed somebody to write some press releases.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
in 2014, I started that. And as good as the track was, though, at that time, it was a huge diamond in the rough. Like the only real partnerships the track had, the only ones for real was the FC Forest County Potawatomi. That is it. Like there was no sponsorship of any
Yeah.
kind. There was nothing, and the series was tough with torque, and the attendance was down, and the track didn't look as professional as it could have. And I just kind of worked on. I kept to myself for the first little while, and then I got involved with the Red Bull project, and it could have gone way the other way. It could have went way wrong. We had another third party bill trying to get the contract from Red Bull for Red Bull Sunday when we wanted the West Coast and East Coast guys. Remember, the West Coast guys weren't
Oh,
coming because of the rules.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, look, we can put out our own day Sunday, not a points race. We'll put up a big purse and we'll put up our own rules to kind of balance the performance, which, like I learned from sports car, that's how they do it. The rules weren't that different, but we could fix this. Just put a bunch of money, put it on Red Bull Signature Series, and that's where it all started. But the guy who was in the middle of it wanted the contract between him and Red Bull and him and Crandon. I'm like, no, Cliff. The contract goes between Red Bull and Crandon. There's no middleman.
Yeah.
And it saved that deal. And as a result of that, all of a sudden now I kind of helped bring Red Bull to the table. That Red Bull helped bring Polaris, which helped bring at the time BF Goodrich, and then it kind of really started. And then, Cliff and the board at that time invested a lot of money in the idea that I could help them just raise the level of everything, and not just the facility, but the understanding of this great racetrack. In addition, hey, let's leverage the 50th anniversary, and let's just do this thing. And then we had milestone on the way, which like the Kid Rock concert, which everybody thought that was the end all be all, and I'm like, that's just a springboard to what's happening next, right?
Yeah.
And it and look at where we are. I mean, we're in amazingly strong shape, which it only helps the racers. We put so much back into the racers, right, into the person. I mean, we're constantly trying to make it better for them. And now we have hospitality suites going in and some more of those, and we just keep building and building and building. And there's a lot of construction going on every year. But for us, it doesn't matter. We're the locomotive. We're going to drive this thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And sometimes, I think I told you guys when we first announced this Red Bull Sunday and that we were taking a round of racing away, everybody's going to roll my head down the pit lane like a bowling ball. They're going to drop that off. We're going to shut this California up once and for all. Because he's screwing it up. He's messing it up. He's doing stuff that we've never done before. Well, had we not done that, I don't think the short course would be around the Midwest. Because that's what brought Kyle to Duke, and that's what brought the Ryan Beat and all these guys out, the Cole Mamers. It wasn't going to happen unless, because they forgot, or they, like in Brian Beat's case, I helped him come out the first year. He didn't even know what Crandon was.
Yeah.
He didn't know. He'd never been there. So this part of that saved all of this. And then, we had our issues with torque and lawsuits and all that bullshit that we had to deal with. That was a lot. It was a lot. But through it all, the board of directors, to some extent, but Cliff Flannery to the main extent, had the vision like I had, and he stayed loyal to that, and he stayed true to it, and he kept committing to my ideas, and we worked on it together, and I never said no. If Cliff had an idea, or I had an idea, he liked it. If he thought it could succeed, we were going to do it. No matter what the board thought, we were just going to do it anyway, because it was just, we were going nowhere. And it just took some of that impetus, again, it's not me, it's what Crandon has built for so long. All I did was kind of polish the diamond and get it out to the world a little bit, but I didn't want to polish it too much. I learned that early. Like, I didn't want to, make it too corporate. It has to be Crandon, right?
Yeah.
Like the parade is the parade. Now, I can put the parade on television and do that. That's cool. But the parade is the parade. Like, you can't change that. That's great. It's all of it,
No, 100%.
And that's why we feel like, I think you guys would agree, we're making some tweaks to Labor Day, but it's pretty solid, meaning the programming and the scheduling and the night racing and the Ultra 4 is now at night, Friday nights, you know, this year will be Friday and Saturday night, you know, the whole rock section back there. Cliff spent 3 months making that whole rock section back even bigger and better. Like it's going to be
This year he
insane.
has been.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
already,
So the point is that, you know, I had a partner in crime and he trusted me. And, you know, now, you know, Jason and Ty and the family, I've been around them a long time. And, you know, now they're seeing what really goes into all this. I mean, it's almost a full-time job for me.
Yeah.
You know, not, it's for the agency. I do other projects, but really every day it's something about Crandon. And now with the June race coming up, it's that plus, right? We're just now we're really trying to ramp that up. And I think we have some pretty good plans for that it may take a minute to kind of catch on, but I think they're going to work.
yeah. I mean, that first year that Red Bull kind of came out was what, 2016, correct?
Yeah, 2016. That's right.
So yeah, that first year, I remember that coming in, and I remember thinking like it felt like a bigger deal. Like that weekend felt like a bigger deal. And I remember as a like big race fan, there was a little bit, right? You're taking away a points day. So I'm like, okay, well, how's that gonna work? Are they really just gonna have one points day and then that's it? Like I always felt that there was a little bit of drama leading into that, where like you had one more day
There was.
to solidify it. But after that day, that after that Sunday, and like you said, you kind of set it aside, where like you spread the classes out, and then
Yeah.
it felt special. It really did.
It was a
It
pro.
felt special.
It was pro classes only, right? That
Yeah.
was it. Less. I was trying to schedule more time to build up the races in between, right? And that was part of it. And then, you know, I think in the first year we had a $200,000 purse. Like
Yeah.
nobody had that. What? So you can talk about it all you want, but we wanted the best racers we could. The best racers meant the car Renazetters, and it meant all those guys. It's not a world championship Pro 4 race if Johnny and CJ are racing and nobody else, right?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
not. But when you've got, you know, Rob McCaffrey out there still racing Pro 4, you had all these guys still that weren't coming. Kyle
Yeah.
Duke. I mean, it's not a world championship. The good guys are out here too. So that was the challenge I had with, like, yeah, I know it's Crandon, I get it, but even Pro Buggy, you've got 20 guys out there who can race as quick as the guys here. So
Yeah,
we
no,
need to get them
I
here.
agree. You know,
Yeah.
and I thought that's what was great too, was like there was what's the word I'm looking for? The opposing series at the time did not want their drivers coming out here. And for Kyle LeDuc to go ahead and do it, or even some of those other drivers that were like, you know what, I just won't even have whatever sponsors are on the side. I'll just go out there like a plain truck. I think was awesome, you know, and I think that builds it kind of unified things, I guess. Even
It did. Yeah, and you know, Tina, one of the keys for that was it worked both ways, right? So what happened to us, and when Torque first came out, there was a whole thing about the RC car thing, and you had the, you know, team associated, and they were blocking. It was all bullshit. There's not enough. There's not enough of a universe out here to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, oh, you bet the Lucas guys. You trust me. I was you know, in some meetings with those guys. It wasn't because I wanted them honestly. I said, look, here is what we are going to do.
Yeah.
Brandon is going to do this. You guys can block it. We'll put up a big purse. We'll put up television, and we'll see. You know, but Brandon is in a position to do this. We've been around by that time 45 years, so you
Yeah.
can't have a world championship weekend. It's Labor Day. We have it. We're gonna make sure your guys can come benefit from it. But here's what we'll do. We'll make sure that in all the broadcasting, all the stuff we do on site, we're always going to mention that, hey, he's running first or second in the Lucas Oil Series, even though Torque is here. We're not gonna be anything but Switzerland, and we still aren't. Like,
Yeah.
it's important to us, so important that, like, for Labor Day, if you wanted to come as a company, like let's say a Monster, and they do this, if they want to shoot content on Sunday, as long as they call it the Red Bull Cup race and they're not intentionally blurring out stuff and changing what it is,
Yeah.
we want them to come do it. And we don't charge them licensing fee. They just come.
Yeah.
And it's being Switzerland has been the key to like the fan zone. That's why we don't get involved with any of and it's so sad that they got all that BS got caught up like even at Wheatland.
Yeah, I know. Dude.
No, meaning that the champ could have been at Wheatland 3 years before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lucas was fine with it.
Yeah,
If they were
yeah.
fine, just call it. We were at the Lucas Oil Speedway. That will take down all our banners. And that's fair to me. That's where
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
It's the AMSOIL series with all the banners and all that stuff. But hey, we're at Lucas Oil Speedway. So what?
Yep.
Man,
That's where the sport steps on its own. You know what? All the time. With
yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, I remember we talked about it too. We were like, man, like everyone's just big old cry asses about that. Like what's the big deal, man? I'm like, you're title sponsor of the entire series. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, and then your competitor gets like they happen to have a track that you want to go to. Like you're thinking of yourself and you're not thinking for everyone else. You know what I mean? All because you're a little butthurt that your competitor happens to have one track that is a really good track. Like
but there are no more tracks. There's
that's
no
what I
other
mean.
tracks.
That's what I mean. Is like you have a suitable track, and sure, it's named after your competitor. Like big deal. Like you're winning the war here. Like what's one battle? You know what I mean? If anything, it's gonna help you in the long run, or it's gonna help you. You know what I mean? As far as like an entire sport as a general. So and that's what we would get upset about is that you're thinking about yourself and you're not thinking about the sport as a whole. And
Yeah.
I mean, and that's something that we always have said or like we'll speak out on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I remember making the promo video for it, and I had Lucas Oil Speedway because I was like, oh well, that's just the name of the speedway, and then sent it in revision, and they made me take out every Lucas Oil.
Yeah,
sign
I mean, but I don't know where that comes from, but I can tell you in the real world, that protection isn't protection at all. You're because don't forget, you had, let's say, Lucas. We were a Lucas track for a long time. We're not now, but look, Lucas sponsored one of your main stars, right? Keaton Kincaid had a Lucas sponsor. So remember that. So I don't see an AMSOIL truck anywhere. Just saying. But again, I don't want to get that, but the sport isn't big enough. And so what we do at Crandon is we just try. We're in it for Crandon because that's my job. That's what I do. But in sometimes we do things that are good for Crandon, but overall it's good for our fans.
Yes,
or it's good for our new partners, or it's good for the racers.
Yeah, it's good for the sport. You know what I mean? Like get eyes on it. So like for us, I mean, other media guys, like, dude, we promote their stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if it's good stuff, it's good stuff, man. Hey, go check these guys out. You know what I mean? They happen to get a good shot here, or they happen to make a sick edit here.
Yeah.
Like share it. You know what I mean? Because there might be people following us that may not know, and it's just all expanding after that. So it's like you got to think about the sport and not necessarily just yourself.
But you have to also realize, if you look at any others, look at Indianapolis Sunday, right? 350,000 people at Indy. For real. I've been there many times. It was a legit number. But if the sport didn't have that anchor, that one day, you have a tough time.
Yeah.
NASCAR the same with Daytona, Formula One with Monaco. Every sport needs a Super Bowl. And at that time, we didn't have one. It was like he won the championship, or he won this. He won round one at Crandon. He ran round 4 at Lake Elsinore. Like, who cares? Who was the world championship Sunday at Crandon? That's what matters. Or who won the cup race? That's what really matters, right? So at least the sport has a focal point. And when you bring other partners like we have now, where a couple of years ago, let's say, even for Polaris, their agency was there, but there were no Polaris people there. Now, last year, the president of Polaris is there with his son fishing in the back. When you do that, there's a good chance it could spread out from there, but you got to get them started somewhere. Right. And you're not going to, and you got to take care of it hospitality wise. We do that now with a big VIP camp thing that we do just for those B2B partners that we have. We're expanding that, but it took us to kind of create that. And it took a lot of conversations with Cliff, like, Cliff, this is why we're going to spend money on this, because we're going to get them here. And like at any short course race, especially at Crandon, you have to get them there first. That's the first challenge. It's Labor Day, and you got to want to get to Crandon. It's not easy to get there, right? You got to want to get there. Once they do, it changes everything. And that's been another key for us is that but that's a lot of effort sometimes. Sometimes it's been 2 or 3 years of phone calls. So let's say Wilfred Eibach, I used to work at Eibach Springs. He's a friend of mine. It took me 3 years to convince Wilfred to come on Labor Day. When he finally did, he loved it, and now they're involved with the racetrack. So
I love that. So how do you make it feel special? Like, how do you make it feel important? Because I mean, everything that again that you're saying is great, and you're like, hey man, like you're like, come on out. You know what I mean? Like, I can invite someone over to my apartment, but I mean, unless you make it feel like it's like the apartment, you know what I mean? Because it's like, oh yeah, check out my apartment, it's by the freeway. But then you're like, check out my track, it's by the freeway. And it like, so how do you make it feel that important? Because I think that's something that we think about as far as like Pro 2, Pro 4, you know what I mean, points championship, stuff like that. Not to get into the weeds as far as like an entire series or anything else goes, but like Crandon makes it feel important. And how do you do that?
Well, I don't really want to get into what's in your apartment. You know, I'm having that visual right now, like, oh, but if I came into your apartment and had a designer come in and make it all spiffy, right, and took beautiful photography and then showed it, like it made it look beautiful, therefore it is beautiful. At Crandon, it's the same thing. And look, you guys are part of, you know, some of the best media stuff comes from you guys, right? I've got Bryant Lambert, and I've got, yeah. I've got, I prefer, I'd rather have a beautiful looking press release, right?
Mhm.
That looks like something than a bunch of crap on social media it doesn't do anything. It isn't telling a story necessarily, right? There's too much.
Yeah.
And so when we have a brand book that we do that looks like it's like a Bible that the sponsors get. We put a ton of time into this book that they get that have all these beautiful photography. We make it look important.
Yeah.
We take care of like the sportsmen. They're a backbone. We give them bonuses. We give them rings. We do all we can, but we know that the pros sell tickets, right? And it's back gate and it's front gate, and we work hard on front gate, and we know that they're going to come Saturday night for Ultra 4 because that's a spectacle back there on the lights.
Oh yeah.
Nobody wanted to do that.
Yeah.
When Cliff heard I was bringing Volkswagens, he about lost it. What in the F are you doing?
He's I'm telling you, Marty.
What in the damn Volkswagen? But he watched the crowd the first time they came into turn one on Friday night, and they loved it.
Yeah.
It was important. It's important because I think it's because we say it's important, but here's the fine line with that. You can't say it's important if it's not. You can't say this is significant if you're trying to make it significant. It's significant. So the pros running on Sunday makes that significant. We don't want, the only time we switched is we brought the mod carts from the West Coast for a while, but that was the ultimate kids class, right? So they were kind of pros for the youth. But I don't ever want to run Sportsman Sunday because it's World Championship Red Bull Cup Sunday. It's for the best racers in the pro classes. And you know, this is part of the problem. I think you guys see that. I think if you watch, and the other thing it does, you gotta remember, it focuses the audience down to Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sunday we're gonna watch the best. And it's still a long broadcast. But if you just go to flow, you don't know if light buggies are the same as a pro. Most of the audience doesn't know, and now you've oversaturated all of that, and you don't focus it down. You have to look at, like, the most comparable thing is NHRA. They run Sportsman all the time, but what are they covering? You know, the pro bikes, the four classes: right, funny car, top fuel, pro stock. That's if you're in drag racing, that's who you think of as just a casual fan, because they focus it down and make that important. That's the problem we've had with the sport for a long time. I'm not taking anything away from anybody, and there's certainly people like the youth have their place. I mean, love watching the youth classes, but that doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be on television, right? Because again, it's kind of taking some of it away. It's taking some of it, and it's taking so when you watch Red Bull Sunday, with the blessing of Polaris and Red Bull, we have ability to go do features. You guys have done features for me, right? That we can put in that makes it look. We look at like Sunday and Racer, all of it like it's network television. We have a separate.
I was just about to say, yeah.
we have a separate game day set, right? With that stage that folds out that we bought. And we bring in announcers like Ken Stout and Cameron Steele. That already makes it feel important to the more general audience, right? I approach it that way. Bryant does, all our guys, like, what would network television do with the budget we have? How do we bring in 2 drones last year? We had 2 drones on Sunday, not 1, 2, because we wanted the super high up shot. We brought Starstream in, so we had live in-car cameras. We did that.
Yeah.
So it's a constant conversation of how do we, now that we're at that level, the challenge is kind of staying at that level or exceeding that, right? It's a bit of a burden. But then when you introduce something new like the Speed Festival concept for June, you have to give it some time to kind of, it's not going to be a hit necessarily out of the box, but we can talk about that. But even the Rally X guys, people understand that their whole setup that they're bringing is like $65 million worth of equipment. Between tractor trailers and cars and all the stuff that they have, that's legitimate international level racing. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, and I absolutely love, I love rallycross racing. Like I'm a big fan because I think it's the closest thing you can get to short course off-road racing is rallycross racing, because I mean, you're side by side, you kind of get a small like land rush out of it, right? Whether it's like four guys, 6 guys, 8 guys, whatever it may be, Joker lap, like it's really cool. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
When did you? So I mean, we're gonna get a speed fest, correct? That is what you're calling
it? Brush Run Speed Festival. Yep.
We'll get to the Speed Festival here in a second, but the mention of these rally cars, and Ultra 4 and the bugs. So was this something that you thought of adding in, like Ultra 4, adding in the bugs, and then adding that in? Because it almost feels like, and don't hang me by the fire here, or whatever the saying is, but in the world of off-road, is that we kind of feel like a little bit of a misfit, and it's almost like you're grabbing other small misfits and you're putting us all together to showcase how great off-road can be, and then it's like all of us together are like the Avengers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on, we're Iron Man here, but you go grab a Hawkeye, or
but it's kind of a how do I want to put this? Yes, it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. When I went to the Indianapolis 500 for those 5 years, I watched how that racetrack took its history and brought it alive and made it important and made their champions important and brought the champions there and did all this to keep this kind of going. And unfortunately, off-road racing has always looked at itself as a less than sport, when in fact it's not a less than sport. Now, there's things that the sport does that makes it seem like we're backyard, sportsmen guys. It doesn't act professionally all the time. That's been a problem it has. It's very myopic. It doesn't ever look outside the box. The feuding warlords shit is really a real deal. But yes, so to answer your question, but the one part that's also very helpful in my career is the fact that and for Cran especially, I live in California, which means I can go to the King of the Hammers and to the Mint 400 and to the Baja 1000 and I can be Crandon everywhere. And so when it get in the Hammers, so we had rock racing there for a while, but it wasn't the Ultra 4 guys. It wasn't the King of the Hammer guys. That, rock races are fine, but it wasn't like the Lauren Healy's and the Shannon Campbells, those guys. The Jason Shearers, not the baller guys, right? I need those guys. And Class 11, it became a thing out here, and it kind of grew. And then we figured we could get them there. And there was guys like Blake Wilkie that are making kind of a deal out of Class 11. And we thought, well, maybe they're a great show. And if we run them at night with lights, it's a kind of a really cool show. And we run them Sunday as a pro class. That's cool for them. But maybe there'll be guys building them here, right? That was the hope.
Yeah.
Whether that happens, I don't know. It's still a lot of West Coast guys. In terms of rallycross, though, that was a different conversation, honestly. I had an opportunity to talk to the guys, and there you look at the business of motorsports. The problem that I saw with all the conversation with the Rally X guys and the Nitro circus is that they took themselves to be above all the stuff that we do. And I had that conversation many times. Like, well, Marty, we're rally cars. We don't race trucks. Like, we're not going to do that. And like, why in the F are you guys building tracks and spending $1 million to build a racetrack and having 5,000 fucking people show up and closing the series 2 days later? When
Yeah.
you can come to a place like Crandon that's built, that you don't have to build infrastructure for.
Yeah.
You don't have to even television productions here. We have everything here. Concentrate on building up the series, making stars, bringing European guys. Concentrate on this part of it and not the nuts and bolts of building racetracks. I never understood the financial part of that. Doesn't mean you can't eventually go to Long Beach Grand Prix and do those things, but we want to build a base. The conversation, we're going to build a base for Rally X here in the States. We've been here 57 years. So we're going to be here.
Yeah.
And we're going to hopefully get new fans to come. Hopefully our fans that come are going to really enjoy it. And it's different. Yeah. But it's also brought a lot of interest from the Europeans. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen in June. I know we're doing a Race of Champions style race in the fall, hopefully before the Red Bull Cup race, like some of the best international rally drivers in the world to race that one race. And we're already seeing a lot of new partners wanting to come and set up, and everything from plug-in electric companies to Orla and Kicker, who make the sound systems for those cars. Well, we did that because we did that because we knew it could work. We've had space in the June calendar. We needed to make June better. There was a situation where it's like, man, every time I look at my attendance numbers in June, it didn't almost matter what series was there. The attendance numbers were pretty much always the same. It never got any bigger, ever. Yeah. So, okay, well, we're going to take this thing, shake it up. We're going to throw the Rally X guys in it. We're going to throw some vintage cars in it. We're going to do a UTV rally. We're going to go night racing, and we're going to call it the Speed Festival and see what we can create. And it took years to kind of get all the pieces together, where I think we collectively felt, hey, this is a good year to do this. Now we have all the pieces in place. So, because I wanted to go vintage racing for a while, but it wasn't enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, so this year I think it's the year, and I think it's going to be a good first step. It's a roll of the dice, but so was the Red Bull Cup deal, right? So was Ultra 4. It was a roll of dice, and it worked. So we'll see.
Yeah, no, I guess let's kind of get a little bit more into the Speed Festival. Like you said, is that there's going to be, these rally vehicles there. There's going to be vintage cars there. We're going night racing. Kind of take us through, I guess, a little bit more on like what the schedule is going to entail. Even just an outline synopsis of it, right? As far as like Friday, Saturday, Sunday go.
Yeah, I mean, so what? Essentially, now we're still finalizing, the details of. Because like even the Rally X program, that's going to be on Racer Network Live, right? The FCP Cup race will be on Racer Network Live, which will be different. But essentially, what we're doing is we're it's essentially a lot of the same schedule with Champ runs now, but we're adding rally like warm ups and heat races and stuff on Friday, which would take us kind of into Friday night. But then the Cranial Land, the ridge back there. We're bringing in live bands. We're bringing in some bars. We're also bringing in those rock bouncer guys. Have you ever seen those crazy guys?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, they're like Ultra 4s, but they're like literally mental. And what's crazy about that is when they came in and the Ultra 4 guys came, Cliff got excited. So that whole area back there, what you remember from the Cranial Land Ultra 4 track back there. There's now the first hill. It's just like a 20 or 30 foot high tabletop coming in, and then there's the first rock hill is like 40 feet tall. Like it's going to be accelerated. Cliff's been working on that, man. It's going to be something to see. And the Rock Bouncers are really starting this off on Friday night with that, like a second show back there. And then Saturday we'll run. Right now, if it all works out the way we want it to, we will run. Pro 2 and Pro 4 in the morning. Okay. Oh. We'll run the whole schedule. And then we're still working on how it's going to work. But then we're going to run Pro 2 and Pro 4 Saturday night under the lights.
Oh, okay.
On the mid track. And we'll run the first finals for the Rally X cars before that, right? That's what we're doing.
Okay.
And then it was also great on Saturdays. We'll have a car show exhibition of some of the vintage cars, right? An old time, we'll have like a vintage rock band there, some vintage off-road race cars, stuff that we all recognize. Again, this is all starting out it's going to start out slow, but I think people are going to get into this idea. They can bring their cars there. So it'll be like a car show Saturday. We'll have, on the Saturday night, we'll go back. We'll have the bars open. The rock bouncers will go off again for finals back there Saturday night. And then Sunday will be kind of it's kind of a more condensed schedule, like what they did at Antigo, where they're kind of taking their sportsmen and they're doing like the podiums are going to be kind of collective podiums, right? They're doing that. I don't know if you saw the Antigo schedules. They're doing that they basically run 4 or 5 sportsman races, then they run a podium for those guys.
Okay.
And then they run the race, and essentially just to find more time, right? To condense it down. So our idea then is we're going to run a practice qualifying session for Pro 2 and Pro 4, around noon or so.
Okay.
On the long track. So they're going to qualify for the cup race on the long track.
That's cool.
And then we'll line them up for the cup race last on Sunday. So that's it. So then there'll be the finals for Bradley X before that, and then the cup race. So it's going to change it up a lot. It's going to, like I said, the night racing is going to be great. I love that stuff. We have the lights there. Let's use them whenever I've seen it there. We're not perfect for the lighting yet, but it looks pretty good. It looks good to the fans. On television, it's a little dark, but it still looks pretty good. Mm-hmm. So, and everybody's wanting to go night racing, and so we're going to do it this year and see where it takes us. I don't know.
Yeah,
and then so then Sunday we'll also have we have about a 20-minute slot for the vintage race cars to go out on the track and do some exhibition laps.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So because again, if it takes off, we can look at adding vintage classes, like for real vintage racing, right? Like the vintage car I bought, the old Art Schmidt car that's like a beam and a old rabbit motor. For those cars that were just sitting there, it'd be just fun, right? If we want to go race them, though, it becomes a USAC fuel cell, safety equipment, Hans device deal. If on the West Coast I did that, I could probably count on guys doing it. In the Midwest, you never know. They just may not take it. They may not want to spend the money. They may not want to spend the money to do that, right? They may think this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
But again, I'm excited for that because I always thought, and I've seen this where lots of guys come and say, my dad raced here, and all I remember is we'd sit there. Nowadays, we sit there in the trucks in the barn and just gathering dust. And my dad, all he talks about is drinking a beer on a Saturday on the porch, talking about how great it was at Crandon. Now I have a chance to bring him out and take his truck and make it run and let him go relive that glory for himself for a while, right? Even if it's 10 minutes.
Hell yeah.
That's the whole idea. That's the whole idea behind it. It's just that.
You're gonna see guys show up with like 3D printed Hans devices, like, oh yeah, man, hey, totally good.
well, they won't. That's why it's exhibition racing right now.
Yeah.
There won't be any contact. There won't be. I promised USAC that, hey, we're going to keep this under control. Yeah. It's not like slow. It's not a slow lap. We're going to open it up a little bit, but we did that because we want them to feel what it's like, and we won't do land burst starts and all that. We'll stay on the mid track or the short track, but still, it'll be fun.
Yeah, who's still in charge of or who's still doing USAC? Is that still Jason Smith or is that someone else?
Yeah, Jason. Yeah, no, Jason Smith.
Oh man, he's got to be what, 89? I mean, geez, that dude been around forever, man. I mean,
wow, man, that means you must think I'm like 92.
No, I mean, hey, dude, I mean, you look great. I mean, shit, when Torque was doing that was the Armory. I mean, that was what, 2014, 2013, 2015. Yeah. I mean, Jason was gray then. You know what I mean? We're talking.
I think his job makes him gray. He's Jason. Look, that's a tough job, and Jason has been doing this a long time.
Yeah,
I mean, I've dealt with him from the Robbie Gordon Truck Series to all kinds of things, right through the Torque stuff. I mean, Jason and I have a fantastic relationship. He's done a lot to keep. I mean, look, if that wasn't the USAC, in a lot of ways, this sport would die because you can't get insurance. 100%. And I mean, everybody can bitch and moan about the fees for their crew guys, but really, if you think about what we expose people to, in that sport, and even the spectators. That's why we had to that a couple of years ago we had that sportsman tire fly off and go onto the highway, right? Didn't hit anybody. That's why we had to raise the walls there. Yeah, I mean, if you think about what this sport really is. We should have a dome over all the fans, right?
Oh, gnarly. For real. Did you ever hear about that super buggy that hit the barn jump, and then the tire popped up and went into the crowd?
No.
bro. I
Yeah,
was
no. See,
there, man.
yeah, man. That
It was
that stuff scares me to death.
wild.
So I collectively, have to, again, this is where it's not, and it's sometimes the hardest thing to explain to people, especially that they've been around a long time. This isn't 1989 or it's not 1994 or
Yeah,
97.
yeah,
It's not that time. So whatever shit you got away with back then, even as a promoter, let's say, or track owner, you can't get away with now. You can't. And
yeah.
it's funny because on the West Coast it's been that way for a long time. In here, the West Coast is a very litigious state. Like they're going to sue you for anything. They
Yeah.
don't care.
Yep.
Like there, I've seen Cliff not worry about things that I was worried about because he's not going to do it. He can't afford a lawyer. It's like, okay, well, but as you we'll go with that idea, Cliff. He doesn't have an attorney, but
Yeah.
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 the idea,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
we'll just go with it. And then most of the time, nothing happened. But point being is, it also went from very different when you go from a not-for-profit club to a for-profit LLC. Everything changes, right? You have to protect yourself more, and you have to, because look, everybody can bitch and moan, sure, but what happens if something happens and it's gone? It's taken away because now you can't get insurance for it. Now the track's sued and there's no, we lose the track. Now where are you going to race? Where all this shit doesn't make any difference because there's no place to go. And I always fight that battle with people like, yeah, okay, your crew insurance for your gear is $150. If you can't afford that, you shouldn't be racing. But we have to have it. They have to have insurance, right? So it's a tough place to be. But I'm thankful every day that there is the Jason Smiths of the world who are keeping this sport going, because they can allow people like us and Cran to have insurance that we need to actually feel comfortable moving forward and putting races on.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's done an incredible job as far as
Yeah.
his position, and then just seeing the sport evolve from what it was, what it is, and what it could be. So, I mean, I guess while we're talking about any idea like when he plans on stepping down, or like does he have any like plans or ideas, or what his thoughts as far as short course goes?
Oh no, it's a good question. I think for a while, I think USAC felt it could be the sanctioning body and the promoter, right? They thought that
Yep.
they could put on their own short courses. I don't think that's in their mindset anymore. I think they are just, with their sphere of influence, I think they're happy with what that is. And I think that they do a great job at it. And like I said, we should all be thankful for it. I don't know. Is Jason gonna be around forever? I don't know, but he's not that old. I do remember my happiest moment with Jason is when I called him, because I knew this about Jason. When we finalized the KISS deal, and
Yep.
I had a hard time getting Jason to come up to Cranning anymore, because he travels a lot, and I'm sure there's other races he goes to, whatever. I said, hey, dude. I said, guess who's coming to Cranning? He says, what? You got Robbie Gordon SST? I said, no, better. I'm gonna make your wet dream come true right now, man. I got Kiss coming to Cranning. He goes, you like the Kiss tribute band? I'm like, no, Kiss is coming to Cranning Labor Day, Friday night. I got front row passes for you, pal, and backstage. He goes, fuck, I'm coming to Crandon.
Love that.
Like he literally was like we didn't even say it that fast. He was like quiet for a minute, like shaking, right?
Yeah.
And then we've come to find out that Ralph Shaheen was a huge fan too, and even Wade Onger, who's our Australian announcer who comes, right?
Yeah.
Wade freaked out, and he went backstage, and he's back to the Gene Simmons, I think it was. He rolls up a sleeve. He has a full Kiss tattoo. He's had for years.
Oh man, that's gnarly.
Like, I had no idea. That wasn't like any of my favorite bands. I didn't know. But do you remember that Friday when the Kiss was there?
Yeah,
you had all
it
those
was
crazy
nuts, dude. It was
all those
nuts.
those crazy dressed up freaks who were walking around.
Man.
During the races, walking through the crowd, and you see everyone
They're like,
dressed
what?
up.
They were looking at the race like, what are these guys doing, man? So it was something. It was crazy, but again, there are lots of great moments of that in Kid Rock. So many great moments, and like I said, happy you guys have been there for some of it and recording some of it, and just having fun with it, man. That's what matters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, it's been it's been great to see the evolution of Fall Crandon, right? How, like, from what it was, and then to what it is, and again, right, what it could be. So I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. obviously, right? I mean, everything that you're doing. Here's a good question: has there ever been anything that maybe didn't work, or maybe something that you thought about wanting to do and then it didn't happen, and you're kind of glad it didn't happen?
Not necessarily on the promotion side. There's been things in the past that I thought that I spend money on that I thought would work better, right? That, or I made a mistake, or I trusted somebody on a sponsorship side that, waited, and then we had a handshake deal, and they didn't, and then they all of a sudden dropped off the face of the earth. There's some, but as Cliff says, if you're not making mistakes, you're not trying.
Yeah.
You can't be
Yeah.
afraid of that. I mean, overall, the track record at Cran has been very good. It's been successful, and we've in the minds of everyone. There's always old school guys who remember back in the day, and yeah. But now, if you look at the hill and you look at the hospitality things we built, and they're full, and you look at television, how good that's become, and you look at the campgrounds with just all those fifth wheels, and I mean, it's lightning years ahead of where it was, right? It's like a legitimate professional weekend with a cran of flair. There's still moonshine and cheese curds and all that stuff. I get all that.
Hell
And,
yeah.
and fireworks and all that. We have all that stuff still going on. The
Yeah.
bond parties and the Sunday night, drinking beer out of the cup stuff. That still happens, but it's in a different environment now. But it needed to. I mean, I can't imagine like a lot of these race teams. I don't mean any disrespect, but if it wasn't for Crandon, specifically Fall Crandon, how their sponsorships would evolve or stay. Like,
Yeah.
would some of these sponsors, United Rentals or whoever it was, like they're all different, but would they be there if they weren't able to bring some of their people to Fall Crane and see what the sport is, even if it's just that one weekend, right? That's the thing that always is. It kind of gets to me inside. There's a lot of pride in that, right? Because I know it filters out. It filters out. If you do it right, there's money out there. You have to work hard for it. I mean, there's people out there that we know that have worked hard to make a living out. There's people, there's ups and downs, but that's more of that. Frankly, we can only affect so much. Like we can be the standard bearer for what we control. Everything else, whether it's the other racetracks or whether it's the series, that's they have I know they're happy that they, especially the series, has us. But whatever else they do outside of that's not really out of our realm of control. And we'll stick to what we're doing and try to do the best we can with that. I think that's helped a lot. It helped both sides, I think. But the other thing though, sometimes you watch and you think, hey, we've done this now for years this way. You think maybe some of these other facilities or even the series could do things like that? Maybe follow some of that. Sometimes you're just like, come on, guys, we're proving this can work.
We're gonna go down. We're gonna go down rabbit.
Oh,
hole.
yeah. No.
Hours, man. Here, you're gonna piss Jeffrey off.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeffrey. No. It's just like I said. I mean, I guess since I've been around this for so long and seen so much of the business of motorsports and how it works, if you study it, if you study what makes IndyCar work necessarily, some other places, if you look outside off-road and just take some examples, you can learn. But a lot of times that doesn't happen here. It's like we're this and this is what we have, and I'm not going to go to Long Beach Grand Prix. I'm not going to go to the Indy 500. I'm not going to go to a NASCAR race because I deal with this. Well, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn just walking around and seeing how other places do it.
Yeah, no, and I think too is like in the same light as like we also understand, right? Is like you can take some things from other series or sports or whatever it may be, but we also understand, right, that we are not F1, we're not, Supercross, NASCAR, we're not of that caliber. So you can't necessarily act like that if you don't have those resources. But you can take some of those things that what makes it entertaining, what makes it successful, and I feel like some of those are missed or some of those are misconstrued or kind of tied together where they think that they go hand in hand. If you're taking something from Supercross or F1, they're like, oh well, like the immediate thing is like, well, we're not F1 or we're not Supercross. Well, I get that, but you can still at least try something or use a free entertainment idea. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, look, I remember. I'll give you a perfect example here, real quick. So when I was being tapped to was involved in that whole Mid America program, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I brought the gentleman who made IMSA what it is. They have 18 manufacturers at IMSA. 18 manufacturers are racing at IMSA, right? From Porsche to Ferrari, everybody, Ford, Chevy. And I brought him the infield for the cup race just before I started, and he loved it. He loved it, except for one thing. He goes, Marty, this sport will never grow if the bodies come off like that. And it struck me. I'm like, yeah, he's right. So we were developing at that time a system where the bodies were a plastic derivative with hangers that actually had springs on them that would allow them to flex. And so the bodies wouldn't just tear off the truck, because he's right. That's one detriment. If the manufacturer can't see his truck look like a truck, or half your doors missing, there's your sponsor logos, it doesn't really help the sport much, right? Because it's so beautiful to see a truck with a full body on it, the Grease truck or whoever's truck, right? And then at the end of it, just have like the roof flying off of it. The fans may like it because they get to bring the fiberglass home, but if you're watching with a professional eye, that doesn't look good. It doesn't look like a professional sport. So that's just one thing that we talked about. That's one element, right? So, yeah.
No, dude, I think that's great. I mean, I have never once even ever considered that being a thing. But again, right, it takes an outside eye to kind of like show it to you, be like, hey man, like this is great, and you're like, oh wow, like it's kind of
and then say, but the other thing, the sport never looks beyond its next 6 months. If it was me, I'd say, okay, we're going to take a year to develop this body. Go to all the pro guys, Pro 2, Pro 4, Pro 8. We're going to take a year to develop this body system, right? And if it works, we're going to subsidize part of it, and we're going to institute it, and we're going to test it, and then we'll give you a year to get used to this idea. Not, hey, I'm going to do this in 2 months. That's the other. It's just like the Pro Light Pro Spec deal. I'm just going to say it. Pro Spec's brilliant. And it would have brilliant if they just said, hey, Pro Light guys, 2 more years, it's either Pro Spec or Pro 2. That's how the ladder is going to work. If they had just done that and not worried about losing an entry fee or 2 or whatever noise they heard, and just stuck to what they knew was right, Pro Spec would be bigger. I hopefully that's where it's gonna go, but it should have been that way 3 years ago or 4 years ago.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean,
I understood it took a while for Ryan Beat and those guys to figure out the number part of it. Like, is it really that inexpensive with these engines? Is it really that inexpensive with these gearboxes? Does a formula work like Bill Savage, those guys think it may work? Let's prove it. But once it's kind of proven after a season or two, then you gotta overlap, and you have a class that really doesn't mean anything, and you're on a schedule that's already too tight with a tension that's already with purse money that you're splitting again because you have another class.
See, there's another rabbit hole that you're going down.
Love everything you're saying.
Yeah.
Love it.
See, this is the rooftops that we've been on. I mean, these rooftops are, single mobile homes, but guess what? We on them motherfuckers shouting from the roofs. Everything that you're saying, man.
Well, but look, there's nothing that I haven't talked to people about before. None of this is going to surprise anybody.
Yep.
I've kind of been preaching the same thing for a long time. And I realize some of it's out there and some of it's, but again, you have to look at it and say, what can we do to make this really better? And, I'm not saying that, but even the idea of a different body style would work, but man, you got to try something, because even it was that way. Even Mickey Thompson, remember that? The trucks was like the Ivan Stewart's truck was so beautiful, or Roger Mears's truck, or Walker's truck. The bodies were so beautiful, and but that was a 5-minute race, and a lot of times those bodies were destroyed. They had to have stacks and stacks of bodies. Now that's really close contact racing there, right? You're not going to not hit anybody there.
Those Toyota stadium trucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
yep. Yeah. They were unbelievable. But the point. But remember, that was the complaint then. It's like, yeah, this is great, but our bodies fall off, so therefore our sponsorships don't work by the end of the race, and TV can't see it. Fair enough.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway.
One last thing, and then we can get to the questions in chat here. But yeah, I remember the first time that spec came out, and like Ryan Beat was out there. I'm like, what an idiot! I was like, these things sound stupid. Like,
but see, I don't know. See, I raced Pro Lights a couple times with 4 cylinders, and I thought that was with the gearboxes. I thought it was a great class. I thought it was super fun to drive.
I'm like, what is this guy doing? And then
they were fun,
fast forward, and it's the most entertaining class. I mean, going on 3 years now?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll gladly say I was wrong the first time that spec came out. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I've ever told Ryan that, but Yeah, I mean, the first time we went, I was like, "What an idiot!" And then, dude, these
I know.
things are the most entertaining class. I mean, they're the bee's knees. You know what I mean? So I think it's great.
Well, when they went to the gearbox in the car, that was the right move, right? Because unfortunately, if you know much about automatics, unless you have a big V8, they're pretty lazy race cars, right? They're just lazy. They go over the torque converter part. So when they finally went to the, because again, I drove the four cylinder like Nissans, and with the gearbox, those were really fun race cars. They were. Now with the V6 with even more power, I'm sure they're really fun now. They're even more power. But it's the gearbox idea that was the right one to make for sure.
Yeah. Jeffrey, you want to scroll up just a little bit? There were kind of the start of like questions that I wanted to. Let's see.
Are the people flipping me off online right now?
No.
No,
Nope,
actually,
nope.
it's great. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's where I want to start at. A question from JD Media _23. Is there going to be a new barn sponsor, and why is it Mole Lake Casino for turn 2?
And how does Impulse get up there?
Yeah.
Well, so I'll talk about the barn a little bit. I mean, the barn was a unique situation with Lucas Oil, right? They wanted that iconic thing. Forrest wanted that we never really thought much about even selling that. I haven't actively pursued that because it has to be kind of a special long-term partner, right? It has to be if we're going to go that length
Yeah.
of putting those letters up on top. We and frankly, one of the secrets like that I can share is that like we don't have a shopping menu for sponsorships.
Okay.
Never.
100%.
Ever. It's like every situation is unique. What are you guys specifically looking for? And what do I have to sell against that? What asset do I have? It's hospitality. Is it exposure to the track? Is it exposure on television? Is it both? Is it activation? Is it more? Are you guys more to the rock side? Are you more on the camping side? Is it whatever it is?
Yeah.
So the obvious one for the barn hasn't been found yet. We do have some new partners coming on board. I'm excited about. Potentially, I think I can tell that the start finish sign is now taken. Turn 2, I believe, is taken. We sell some other things, but and look, what's been great about the Mole Casino situation, it's evolved in the last year, right? And it's that relationship with the Potawatomi and Mole Lake is almost strictly done through the Flannery family, like because they live there. Like I've been to a couple of council meetings outside of a few people that I've gotten to be good friends with the Potawatomi, but outside of that, it's really a local and more internal conversation, right? Because there's the back and forth of, look, the Forest County Potawatomi have been an integral partner of us for a long time. Mole Lake's done some things, come back, and we want to be able to the dance is figuring out what can we do for both that everybody's kind of happy with, right? That's always a bit of the conversation. So the door is always open, and I think those guys are having more conversations about things. And but see, look, even again, going back to that conversation, even having things like, having Keegan's program now with Mole Lake, I mean, that's great. I mean, that I didn't expect that. That came out of nowhere, and it's really great to see that. That okay, we may not be able to get the track, but now we can get our partnership here on that. And again, how great is that? The Keegan, I wasn't sure what he was going to be able to come up with this season. I'm glad he came up with something though.
And that's one thing I will give to Keegan is the guy has always had this ability to find ways out of like tough situations. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, whether it's sponsor wise or anything else that it may be, and the guy is cool, calm, collected, and that's where I think he thrives at. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm sure, right? I'm sure like most people, like most normal people, you're a little concerned or you're like, all right, hey, like, this is cause for worry. I got to think about this. And for him to kind of lock in and secure that, I think was absolutely incredible. So
I mean, it's funny because you think about this, like I have constant pressure, there's always pressure, right? But his pressure of being a professional race car driver and how to find money, that's a different kind of pressure.
Yeah.
And I never wanted to bridge. I mean, I've raced a lot, desert, Baja, all kinds of stuff. I never wanted to make that leap to be I was probably a 10th slow to be that, but I never wanted to make that leap in terms of, okay, I have to go find sponsors more to eat. So the guys like Johnny Grease and Keegan and Rob McCacken and those guys who can do that, that's a special person. That's a special individual who can do that.
For sure. And I think when it comes to the barn, I think I only remember like two sponsors really. It's BF Goodrich and then
Yep.
Lucas Oil. It's kind of, I
Yep.
think,
Yep.
the two that really come to mind, I guess, for me.
Yeah, and I think again we haven't actively the Lucas thing came late last year. I was working on some other programs outside of that. Every program's a labor intensive, relationship intensive deal to get to the
Yep.
table, which is the blessing of now having, we're with Red Bull, like you said, since 16. So that's
16, yeah.
this will be 11th year here now this year. Polaris for 9, Yokohama for 7 or 8, and then now people are even coming back, like the Fords and the Rams and the Toyotas. They're all coming back, so that takes a different type of a deal. It's a lot. When you get to that level of dealing with the agent, it's not just the companies, but the agencies, the sub agencies, the suppliers, all the needs they have. I mean,
Yeah.
even for us, like Toyota shows up, and I mean, it takes them 3 days to do that setup they have, but then also requires us to have. No, it literally does. It's a 3-day setup.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it takes us to have a forklift available for them just to unload all the pallets. Like these guys are showing up in vans before. It's different. Like
Yeah.
last year, they had tractor trailers almost entirely in the fan zone, which I love.
He said,
I love that.
"Pop-" you know what I mean? Right?
I love that stuff. Yeah.
That's and that's what's awesome, man. Right? Is that evolution of like vendors? You know what I mean? Like you said,
Yeah.
guys show up with a couple pop-up tents and a couple lawn chairs and a free lanyard here and there. Now it's full-blown experiences. You know what I mean? So I think that's great. I think that's awesome. The next question that we got here is, what driver from any type of motorsports would you like to see race at Crandon?
Oh, I mean, that's a great question. I would love. I've had the conversation with him at the Mint 400. I actually worked with Jimmy Johnson on his program at the Mint 400. We had a specific conversation about Crandon. It's a timing thing for him right now. He's a big family guy, so Labor Day is a kind of a big weekend for them before the kids go to school. That's one thing. There's some logistics on truck stuff that I think can get worked out. I think Jimmy's going to come back. I don't think it's going to be this year.
Yeah.
But he'll be back. I'd love to see Jimmy come back because he's just a great guy, such a great ambassador. The other guy who I'd really love to see in a truck, Tony Stewart. I would love to see Tony Stewart in a truck.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I think he would get fit right in, man. I just really do. I think he would be special, right? I think he would be, you always have the fun, but he would get it. Like if you brought let's say an Elio Castroneves, right, who's super fun and big personality, I don't think he'd necessarily. I've had IndyCar guys. I raced with IndyCar guys in Class 1 in the desert. They didn't really adapt as much as you think they did. It was a much different deal, especially desert racing. Desert was way different for them. Short course might be different, but I think those guys who have some dirt track experience, Kyle Larson, he's another one.
Yeah,
who would
that'd be
probably
cool.
really,
Yeah.
really great. I'd love to see those guys, that level of guy. And, we worked on that for a while with trying to get Robbie Gordon trucks there. It never quite worked out, but that was always the hope, was we get a couple NASCAR crossover guys. The travel, but we've been fortunate. We've had Travis Pastrana at the racetrack. We've had Mad Mike last year. We had Tanner Faust. We've had some great crossovers thanks to Red Bull. I mean, they've supported that. We have a couple of big announcements for this year too. 2 of them. Regarding Labor Day.
And I mean, again, like you said, man, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When it comes to Jimmy Johnson. And I think just even like building off of that, I think even adds to the word of mouth. You know what I mean? Let's say Jimmy Johnson does show up, and then it's like, okay, well then who else is he talking to? You know what I mean? Or hey, what are you doing this Labor Day? And he's like, oh, I'm going to Crandon. Well, witness me. And he goes out and he, whole shots a thing, and then puts on a spectacular.
Having spent time with him at the Mint, I mean, he was committed. He spent at the Mint 400. He spent. I think he had 4 test sessions before the Mint, like all day test sessions. He was committed coming to the West Coast. He had the best truck, he had the best co-driver, Jason Duncan, you could find. I mean, they were committed to that project and making it work. And he did. They did a great job. Besides the rollover, and a flat or 2 on race day, I mean, he crushed it. So he definitely has a talent. But if he comes around, there's going to be. He's not just going to show up. He's going to come test and make sure it's right.
Yeah. No, let me know, man. I've been a Jimmy Johnson fan since he was at Crandon. I used to have the Jack Flannery and Jimmy Johnson hero cards, or like the posters. where
Okay.
and I had it signed. I remember had it signed by Jack Flannery, had it signed by Jimmy Johnson, and I remember my dad flipped out one day and told me to grow up and take all the shit off my walls, and so I had to throw it away, and then like
Well,
4
then you have to get rid of all the boy band posters then too, right?
yeah. Well, hey, dude, and listen, man. Backstreet Boys was a cool thing back in the day. You know what I mean? And then once you got to be 14, it was not that cool no more.
Oh, thank
So-
Okay, Mr.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Mr. Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah, no,
Mr. NSYNC, I'll remember that.
yeah. I've been a Jimmy Johnson guy, man, since day one. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
When he was rocking the Chevy Thunder, and then he made his transition into NASCAR, and I've always cheered for him. And so then when he started winning, people thought I was like some bandwagon guy, and I'm like, no, dude. I'm like, I've been watching
No.
old JJ since '98. You know what I mean? '97, and it's like I've been there. I've watched him. So I think that was kind of one of my first favorite drivers. Growing up, of course, it was Jack Flannery, right? Jamie Flannery, Jimmy Johnson. Then after that, I think it was then Rob Mack. But dude, I'd love to see it. I think another
Yeah.
thing that we got here is pro buggy versus pro spec ever on the table? Is it going forward in any future years?
Yeah, this year.
Oh,
Ooh.
Friday night, Labor Day. The biggest concern I have is running a truck count on that. I'm not sure how many pro lights are going to show up.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the split times yet, but we're gonna switch over this year at least. But yes, Friday night, Labor Day will be the pro spec versus pro buggy race.
there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news that we've got pro
There you
spec
go.
versus
Yep.
pro buggy. Let's see. We got another one here. You need let's see why the Crennan purses for so many years matched the year of running. Now the purses is whatever they feel like giving. So like like how like the year matched the purse match.
Yeah,
like so it's like 50th. It's like you're giving away $50,000 or yada yada or whatever it may be. Kind of right. What's the
well, I mean, because let's go back. So let's just say it was that, right? Okay, so that was now let's look at the sport as a whole.
yeah
It's a
100%.
$50,000 purse. Now we're giving away close to $250,000. We're spreading all over the pro classes. I mean, if we find like a partner just for like the cup race and we can get more money, it's fine. But don't forget, the other thing you have to remember is we spend an inordinate amount of money in production that's
Yeah.
over and above. So we have to we hire the Champ Series for Sunday. We have to pay them all the stuff to do the Ultra 4 stuff, like the safety equipment, all that stuff. And then television production above that. It's not just the purse. It's how can we afford it to give, like last year, 17 hours of live television on racing, right? That actually has more value than a couple of $1,000 more to like a Pro 2, Pro 4 team to me. Like that, I'll take that all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
It's kind of like a long-term kind of ideology, I guess.
Yeah,
behind
and
it,
then
where, like, I'm
again,
getting more value.
and putting up, Polaris is for, I won a Pro 2 championship race. I won a Polaris. It's $24,000. I mean, you can look at it any way you want, but the numbers out of are much higher than they used to be.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Yeah. Are there any more chat questions at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do you guys have any more questions?
Yeah, I got one question.
Okay,
What word of advice would you give the series as far as a promoter goes to up their game, if you will?
I think the understanding is that there's two directives that happen here, right? For a series, if you're counting specifically on back gate, meaning entry fees, right, to pay a lot of your bills, right, and track sanctioning fees, okay. Now forget that. You're going to take as many racers as you can because that affects your bottom line.
Yep.
Right. For a racetrack, in order to pay the sanctioning fee, we have to sell beer and hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get people through the gates. Yeah, the back gate camping is fine, but that's not what's really that's part of it. But the bigger part is concessions, weekend armbands, parking, sponsorships, right? That's what keeps us alive, especially, and it allows us to do what we do, like at Crandon, right? So the conversation is, the series has to understand that it needs to make sure that the show that we bring spectators to see is as good as it can be.
Yep.
That it makes sense. If you're focusing people on a 6-hour show that they're coming for the day, that's one thing, but you're trying to have them sit there for 12 hours, that's not going to really work.
Yeah.
You have to look at it from the perspective of the spectator there and the television there and the focus of the sport on the classes that move the needle. We know which classes those are.
Yep.
So that's my advice. You have to look at it from a track perspective. You have to.
And I think I can relate to that a little bit. I think because my last spectator weekend was on 2019, fall 2019. And by then it was really kind of, you're starting to really get into like the UTV side of things. And by then, man, I think 18, 19, I'm already pretty faced by the time that, pro light, pro side by side come out. And the series is out here asking me, hey, I need you another 2-3 races. And it's like,
Yeah.
buddy, I mean, I'm already, I've been on the throttle since 10:30.
Exactly. Well, no, that's exactly why we, like, on Labor Day weekend, we created the Youth Cup Thursday night, because we had to, like, open up. Like, Saturday was just too much. And the only scary part about even the June weekend, any weekend, there is no plan B on the schedule. Like, I don't have, okay, if it rains here, what am I going to do here? I don't know. We're going to have to work it out.
Yeah.
But, that was because we want to focus some more attention on the youth Thursday night. They're going to be there anyway. So at first the parents didn't like, well, you guys are testing. It's okay. Well, let's throw some purse out. Let's give them a chance to win money by fishing. Let's do something fun for the kids. But it doesn't necessarily mean that, they're still going to run Saturday, but it doesn't mean they have to run Sunday, or doesn't mean they have to run Friday. When I take time away from the parade, that's not going to happen. Like, we're gonna have the parade's going to be the parade. So we're still extending into night, right? We're going night racing then too. So it's all a compromise, but it's for the show, right? It's just, and sometimes, I mean, to Champ's credit, at least this weekend, they're trying to change up some things. I don't know how that's going to work for the promoter side. Like, okay, so Pro 2, Pro 4 run, then are people going to stick around and watch other races? Are you going to be able to sell enough beer and hot dogs for that? That's the compromise. But at least the series is looking at that and trying to, take some of that into account. And like I said, there's some, you have to look at some classes too. And, you have to have qualifiers. You have to reduce the number of them. They're just back to back to back to back. It doesn't mean it's a better show for the fan that comes, right? It doesn't mean that.
Yeah. And I could have saw, like, again, when it was Polaris and Can-Am and Yokohama, how there could have been potentially, another manufacturing war out there, you know what I mean? Or a competition. I could have saw that for sure, but then unfortunately, right, that never panned out. So that's why I was like all on board with side by sides, and I still am, right. I find them entertaining now, but I mean, goodness,
they're entertaining if you know what you're looking at and who you're watching.
Yeah. So I mean, if you see Jacob Lemke out there, it's like you might as well go get a hot dog. You know what I mean? Go get yourself a nice beer.
But the point is, if you watch, all you have to do, again, if you're the series, is watch the stands.
Yeah.
So when the side by sides come, I like them too. I love having players, and I love all that stuff. But they haven't quite caught on as like, oh my God, I can't wait to watch these things run. When you see a Pro 4 here, a Pro 2, that's when Pro Light, that's when the Pro Buggy, even that's when the stands have people, right? They're just that's. So it's look, it's always a compromise, because we couldn't do it without the sportsman either. It's not that. It's just how this is packaged as a sport, right? How
Yeah. I have 2 more questions, and then I'm pretty good. One question that I have, Marty, and I know that Mr. Kincaid has already brought it to your attention, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it to your attention again, because I think that this could be cool for maybe just fall Crandon as of right now. What if there were driver introductions across the stage, and then they walk down to their truck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I think I like how we do it now. I do like that we bring them down and we get them on the trucks. We introduce them. That's great for television, right?
Yep.
I don't disagree that if the drivers, if we could get their crew guys to bring the trucks down, right? Because the trucks have to be there. That's the only way we can make that really fun. And then we did an introduction Pro 2 first, and then Pro 4. I think we could do that if the guys knew that they had to go right to their truck. There wasn't going to be like, again, the challenge is always like, even after the race is over, like I'm always down like the cops saying, hey, social media guys, you can do it after. I got to get these guys on television. Like, you know, the whole family, there's 19 kids running around. It's all great, except not for us. So, and I love, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying,
Yeah,
again,
no,
for the
we
sake
get
of
it,
what
yeah.
we're trying to do here and safety, because you can't have kids. Well, you have
Yeah.
had kids run across the track. I mean, for the sake of that, that's why we try to funnel that now. But yeah, I think it could be it could be done better, and I think we should try it this year. I already thought about it. I think we'll probably end up doing it that way.
Yeah, because right, you just bring up, be like, oh, they're driving around their, you know, 4, or I guess number 1 now, you know, Pro 2 Mole Casino.
Yeah.
Kincaid. Oh yeah, well, he waves and then throws a hat and then right down and then
Yeah,
he
exactly.
next
No,
time he just
I
does-
mean, we could, as long as, hey guys, you got to go right to your trucks. Like we can't, you know,
Yep.
it's not an interview. It's not.
Yep.
It's not an interview. It's not, you know, for your social media. I got to take a bunch of it. We got to keep this moving because
slap
again,
hands, you down and then.
But I think Keegan has mentioned that to me before, and I think it's actually a good idea. I think now we've got that we're trying to raise the game on that pre-game build up too. I mean, there's some things we're gonna do new here, but I think that could be something that could make it really cool. Yeah, I like that idea.
Are there concerns about like music selection, or is that something then that you would be in control of? Or
no, the problem is that so when you go to like a Racer Plus that's being streamed, the algorithms, if they pick up a song that they recognize, let's say Back in Black or whatever, they'll cut the stream off. The stream cuts off because you're not paying the rights to that.
Yeah.
We bought the rights to Proud to Be an American, so that it wouldn't do that.
Yep.
And you know, once we go to commercial now, you know, now we're thinking, let's go to commercial after driver introductions, and let's remember we have a crowd here too. So while we're in commercial here, let's go to like the AC/DC music. Let's get some people pumped up here. Because it's it would require a separate announcer to do that, because again, it's how that all, so you have to break that programming blocks down, and that's it's a lot of work to do that, especially if we don't have we have the truck that we have isn't big enough to do some of these things, right? We really improvise. We need a bigger truck to do that level, but right now, we make do what we have, but I'd love to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, again, right, obviously that's kind of some of the stuff that, you have to think about, maybe that other people don't realize is that, hey, you love to do this, but there are certain setbacks or, right, just restrictions as far as something as simple as music goes. Because, right, I mean, of course, I'm sure you'd like to pick your own walkout music, but I mean, again,
that'd be great.
Right? If it's not allowed on stream, it's like, you can't really.
It is if you pay for it, and it's even then, it's like it's only like ours. I think our to pay for Proud to Be American for one broadcast, I think was like $2,500 or something.
I was going to say, I know it's not cheap. I know it's not cheap at all.
No. So you take that by 20 guys, and where's that going to come from, right?
Yeah. Every driver, what I want. Proud to be an American when I walk out.
Well, who knows what they're going to pick, right?
Yeah. Or what you do is you have them pay for it.
Yeah, well, let's see. Well,
you know what I mean?
Potentially so.
I mean, they're already paying enough. What's one more? God damn. No.
That's what I want to hear. Exactly. But that is why. I mean, otherwise, we do better music all the time. Yep, no doubt.
Last question I have then is, how are you going to make Spring Crandon better this year than last year's Spring Crandon with how things ended?
Oh, that's up to the racing gods, right? I mean, I don't think you can get better. I think that one came out of that was just amazing. Everything about that was amazing. We always have good racing in Crandon. I have to say that. The cup races, it's tough to get the splits right, as you guys know. I wouldn't want to be Faye Setsing for the world to try to figure that out, because it's not even a black science. It's just like sometimes he hits it, sometimes the track, the air temp, the passing, the watering, it all changes. It's all different. So I just think, but I do think, like I said, I think that the Rally X cars are going to surprise a lot of people when they finally go racing, right? I got to ride one of those things. I got to ride one down at Daytona test, and man, you strap yourself into that damn thing at 1,200 horsepower, and it doesn't weigh anything, and the acceleration is brutal, but the braking is even worse. I mean, those things can just stop. I mean, the regenerative braking that they have on the energy systems is ridiculous. I think that
two-seaters.
I even think Yeah, and even the cross carts that they have, which are like they're little small, like classic
yeah,
super
yeah,
buggies.
yeah. Those are
They're
gnarly.
they're fast. They're fun. I think we get some really good rate. I'm looking forward to seeing that too. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, listen. So if I put my big ass in that passenger side, and they hit that barn jump, where are we going? Are we going to go where we need to go, or are we, you know what I mean?
Well, I
Or
can't
am
say
upsetting?
that we took a lot of advice from them, and if you go to the racetrack right now, the Polaris flyaway jump, the one by the I don't know about the barn turn, maybe a little bit, but certainly the one by the suites, there's a much softer landing area now. We run a bunch of
Okay.
dirt, so there's not.
Okay.
It's still the same jump, but it's not that big drop off now.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. All right.
Love
Yep.
that.
All right.
Yep.
Any other questions, gentlemen?
Nope.
Okay. Marty, I mean, this has been wonderful. I know we could probably keep talking for hours and hours and hours. I mean, this is anytime we get together, it's always something
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that we
Always
elaborate
something.
on. Always something, and it's always great. You know what I mean? And I think that this is awesome to be able to bring you on and talk more. I mean, like you said, is that we could keep going, and we'd love to have you back on to continue to talk more.
Tell you
Maybe-
what, I'll come on after we go to Road America. before we do
Yes,
Oh,
there we
okay.
go.
Yes,
there we
yes,
go.
there it
we go.
is.
The post Road America. Because then it'll be a Bark River weekend, right?
Yep.
Or
Something like that.
Something like that. Or
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Either-
before that.
either
Yep.
way. Yeah, yeah. So
All
we'll
right.
bring you on, and who knows? Maybe I might get a Road America license plate. You know what I mean?
They have. I'll tell you what. They have a full-time merchandise store that's open every day there. It's got the best merch. It's
That's
doing a great
awesome. You
job.
know,
One of the things I'll show you guys.
You know what you need? You need a Crandon license plate.
License plate. I do. License plate frame or license plate.
License plate with the track-
License
with the
plate
track
with the
layout.
track on the side, because that's what Road America has. It's a black license plate.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. You need a Crandon one, and I will pay you whatever for one of those.
Yeah, me
I'm gonna
too.
have to just. I may have to just take care of you guys on that one because that's a great idea.
Yes.
And like I said, there's nothing. I appreciate what you guys do for the sport. I appreciate this forum. You guys do a great job. I love the honesty that happens here. It needs to happen. You know, sometimes it's a little bit over the top. I try to stay a little as fair as I can. Drivers have their own agendas, of course. Tracks do, so they're always going to have that. But like I said, I'm proud to be here with you guys. It's always fun. It's never a dull time when you guys show up at the racetrack. It's great. So I enjoy it every time.
Yeah. No, thank you, man, so much.
thank you.
We appreciate it. And again, we cannot wait to see you. I'm sure we'll see you at Antigo, and then we will happily see you at Spring Crandon.
You bet, guys. We'll see you soon. Thanks for the time.
All right.
Yeah, thank
see you,
you.
Marty. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, guys. All right, take care.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Like it.
I like it.
I agree with a lot of things he says. Which
Oh
is,
yeah.
Oh yeah. I think that's why we get along with Marty so much.
Yeah.
Too. Just because we have the same love for the sport. if you will.
Mindset.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Like always trying something new. Like, and if it doesn't work, then say, all right, well, shit.
You know what's
You know.
funny is that like the longer that he was like talking about Cliff, I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
that's just Jeffrey.
You're
a-
Marty and his.
Just a
he's
crotchety old
he's
man.
Cliff?
Yeah, he was just like, oh, well, hey, I mean, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. I mean, oh, I don't know. And I was like, hey, just try it.
Yeah, just try.
Try it. And I'm like, all right, all right, all right.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
So,
he said
yeah.
a lot of good
That's
stuff.
not even the right analogy, bro.
I don't know, but I like Cliff's willingness. You know what I mean, to try it because realistically, guys that age just don't change. You know what I mean? There's that saying for a reason, right? Old dog, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and for Cliff to be able to forever be willing to adapt, I think is why Crandon is the way that it is. I mean, has he been perfect? No, you know what I mean. Sometimes you're stuck on some sediment, you know, or sentiment, not sediment. Sentiment as far as like you know what the track offers, and sometimes you're unwilling to change. But
Chad Dow has the same mindset. After Road America.
thank you, thank you. Like I said, I just think that it's supremely overrated. I think it's
like I
supremely
said, I
overrated.
think it's just like who you are as a fan. At the end of the
Still
day.
overrated.
I went there
Supremely
for-
Because
overrated.
I think if I go there, I probably think it's the best thing on earth.
I went there for the Harley and Superbike race. Thought it was pretty cool.
Fuck you.
Yeah, see?
But that's the only time that's the only thing I went there for.
There's
You know?
a freeway race, bro. I'm
Yeah.
like sitting there. I'm like, what are we?
Like
I
I
think
said,
your
pull a chair
problem was that you said you only went to the first turn. I went to like the where they.
and we walked. So
Oh yeah, that's probably helped. That probably didn't help you at all. I'm
So
gonna
we
say
walked.
I brought a bike.
what?
none.
What? It
None.
was college.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
18. Dog.
Maybe just not for people
Like what? I was 18 in college, bro.
Like
what are you
that.
talking about?
Marty said we're honest here. We've got
Yeah.
the honesty
Yeah,
hour.
yeah.
what were
Honestly,
you gonna say?
go ahead, say it.
big.
That was even about it. We were like, okay. We walked the first turn. I'm like, this is lame, man. Like, is there anything else? They're like, oh, you walk around the other side. I'm like, is it like cooler? They're like, well, it's like this. I'm like, I'm all right.
Yeah, I don't need to see
I'm
the
all
rest.
right.
Like I said,
Yeah,
I
I just
think-
go look at the freeway.
No.
Again,
Let's go look at the freeway.
again, it's all perspective. It's all if you're a fan or not at the same time.
So and that's where like I
'Cause
give
I-
grace to you is because like you jumped into sim racing, and then you start to then understand like IMSA and everything else, and then I like would watch you race at Road America, and like watching it, I'm like, oh well, that looks fun, but it's like I'm never gonna I'm never gonna be on the
track.
on the track.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can though.
So he's like for the low price of $3,500 if you get yourself
No.
a sim race.
No, like you could be on. They have road days, like where we could take the Civic out there.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yes, dude.
Bro,
I would,
imagine.
I would buy everything for
Can you?
us.
Imagine I just
Really?
blow.
Yes.
I didn't know that. That's gotta be like a liability, right? Somebody's gonna send it.
Well, the track in Germany, the
Nürburgring?
Yeah, they allow people to go.
That's cool.
First of all, you know what you're signing up for.
Yeah,
When you go to
yeah, I
Nürburgring.
guess so.
No,
Yeah.
that's a 4-page waiver.
yeah.
like you're gonna waive your life. You're
Yeah.
gonna waive your family's life. You know what I mean?
But
no one is suing.
But I'm just saying though, like for me, I'm excited. Like
I don't mind it. I wouldn't go multiple days.
No. I mean, I would go there for what I need to go there
Yeah.
for and leave.
Yeah, like I said,
enjoy the 2 races I want to watch, and then head out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm not gonna make a whole fucking weekend out of it.
I went once 2 years ago and haven't been back since. But I enjoyed it.
but I like it.
Yeah, but I like
Yeah.
it. I enjoyed it. I
So-
thought it was cool.
Yeah, I think, and maybe that's where then like my mentality is different. Is like if I'm going, like I want to go and enjoy the day. You know what I mean? I want to
That's
be able to like,
basically what it
I at least want to be able to make my money's worth. So like,
We gotta
if
bring a
we
bike.
go to like the drag racing again, was it NRIA?
NHRA.
NHRA, like having gone to one of those, like I'd go to one more, like just to check it out, have a day, or if it's again like if Keegan wanted to go or another racer was like, hey man, like it happens to be here, I got us tickets. I'd be like, oh, I'll go. You know what I mean? It wasn't too bad.
I mean, just to have the hospitality that we got
in the company, you know what I mean? I think is for sure.
Again.
So and maybe that's it. Maybe it's the people you're with. Not what you're there for.
Yeah.
It's always about who you're with.
So yeah, I've had that bitter taste in my mouth since 2008, man.
Yeah, we'll change it.
Bro, everyone was so hyped on this
Especially with
track.
Marty.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Marty
dude,
would be a
well,
good
like I
time.
said, Marty will.
And he knows people.
Yeah,
so we-
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll probably give us pit access and
He's
everything.
gonna talk to
and-
important people.
Yeah, and we could be there.
Yep. I'm
can make
gonna, dude.
jokes.
I'm just gonna talk to every girl. I'm like, what's up?
So,
Hey. You,
but-
my race is coming
yeah,
up
yeah.
soon. I
Do you know
gotta
what torta pounder is?
But Antigo, we got taken.
Antigo. Oh yeah.
So we're
Antigo.
at hour 2:15.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, let's talk
Yep.
about Antigo. Let's
Brian.
Yep. So first pick. What do you guys think that Brian Heiding is gonna bring for food?
First pick, food. There's gonna be some chips. There's gonna be some
chips, Gatorade.
deli buns.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be turkey and cheese.
Ooh, I
Ham
do,
and cheese.
I do like the buns he gets though, the Hawaiian ones.
Yeah.
I will admit that's
My
favorite.
1-1 pick, turkey. There's gonna be turkey there.
Oh,
He's gonna have a turkey
yeah,
sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah.
turkey and cheese sandwich.
Turkey and it's gotta be turkey and ham.
Yeah, remember when Ben made you a sandwich?
This motherfucker.
Yeah,
What a sad fucking kid.
he's older now.
yeah,
Leave him alone.
he's
Leave him
graduating
alone.
now.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
knows. It was his mistake. You know, he's never made a sandwich for a man of your stature.
I mean, I don't think he's made a sandwich ever, bro. Here you go.
Maybe he was thinking of himself. I bet. When
Yeah.
he was
Oh,
making
for sure. So, for sure,
like a
that's
normal.
probably It's just like like a piece of meat, cheese, and then two pieces of bread, and I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? I was like, dude, there are mice that eat more than this. Like, what are we talking about? here?
Maybe we make shirts for Marty.
Marty for president.
Marty for president.
Marty is. I like the way Marty thinks.
I do too, man.
Like, I get it. Some stuff does get away. His ambition probably does
For sure. Yeah.
overshadow some stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, he's doing what the sport needs right now.
I mean, look how well Crandon's doing.
And
you know?
unfortunately, it is only for Crandon. You know, could you imagine what he could do for the series?
I bet you some classes would go away.
But obviously, his
I think he'd have to make tough decisions, which I think he's obviously very capable of doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, again, like I said, it all comes down to money, what you want to pay him, and I'll obviously agree to his
terms and conditions.
well, not even his terms, but his wild ideas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you imagine having rally cars at every track?
I bet you sportsmen would have like their own like day, like kind of how Crandon is now.
Yeah, I think Spring Crandon's.
I think that's what he would do, just because like he said, he knows like with the fan and the racers, like what people enjoy. He's like, I'm not going to make you try to pay attention for 12 hours.
You know, and Marcus,
I'm going to make this. I'm going to narrow this down from like 3 to 7.
Yeah, and you look at like his outlook on pro light. You know, you got Marcus in chat here, you know, fighting for his life for a pro light.
He's like,
because he just jumped in and he's like, let's go racing, boys. And then everyone's all talking shit. He's like, no, hey, water's warm still. Okay?
Yeah. And I get where Marcus is coming from. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's been a long, you know, class. It's a pioneer class almost, and you're thinking about axing it, but then you got to look at it logistically. You know, like, can all the pro light drivers that are in the class now go to pro spec? Yes, they can.
Like you said, Marty.
You know,
like Marty said, you got to give them like a year or two. Let them know, like, hey, in a year or two, like this is going away. So whatever, make your decisions now.
Yeah.
So and that was the biggest thing I think that resonated with me is him saying that, because I mean that's something that we've talked about. You know what I mean, it's like you can't just drop a bomb on somebody. You know, like 4 or 5 months before the end of the year or whatever else it may be. It's like, come on, there's got to be a little bit more transparency talk, you know what I mean? Or like, hey man, like what do you think about this? Like, oh, probably about 2 years. Like, okay, well, hey, let's you know, put that on the back burner for now, but I want to address it later.
Because Champ almost, if they were, are they going away with it? I don't know. But
no, but if they do,
you pretty much get a 2-year buffer right now. Right?
Yeah, but
you can't just be like next year.
The way they would get it is February of next year and Carl sending him a mass email and being like, pro light's no longer a class anymore.
Yeah.
Then it's like, well, what the fuck? Now we got all the pro light guys that have pro lights will be like, well, shit.
So if he announced it now, it's just like, hey, next year's the last year for pro light.
I think it would be great. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we're gonna run pro light one more time, farewell. For the pro light class.
Yes.
And then everyone's gonna transition to pro spec. Because then it's like, you know, you could give those guys that maybe do have pro lights, or be like, you know what? Let's run this motherfucker one more time. Whether it's at Crandon or Glen Helen or whatever it may be.
And the funny thing is too is that you can still have pro light as a class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just rename pro spec to pro light, in a sense. If people are like want that name there, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. So pro spec becomes
pro light.
Yes, yeah. In a sense.
Yeah.
You know, but obviously there's.
I don't know if it's the name that they care about. I think it's just the class in general.
Yeah. But I mean,
I could be okay with pro spec going forward.
Yeah, well, I would too.
And you look at like what Marcus said, you know, why not pro spec versus pro light? Don't get me wrong. I think it would be a better race. I think it would make for a better race, but when you only have 4 to 5 pro lights out on the track.
Yeah. Again, it comes to a logistical decision. Like
yes, exactly.
Well, the car count, basically. What Marty said. Car count.
It is at the end of the day. It's just car count.
Yeah, because
if pro light was.
Well, I mean, could you imagine
numbers? And then he's like, hell yeah, let's run these guys.
Yeah, but could you imagine, like, let's say that they do Friday pro light versus pro spec? You know, pro light drivers still have to agree to it.
Yeah.
So they might only get 2 pro light drivers out there.
Yep.
You know, where pro spec has 10 to 15 cars out there, and if you get half the field, you know, you still got a good field of pro spec drivers.
Well, yeah, I mean, even if half the people do it, I mean, you still got very good contending individuals. You know what I mean? I mean,
they're
you
all
name
good
off
drivers.
all six or seven
Andrew
drivers.
Larson. He goes, imagine being Daryl Wald and Joey Machosa getting a brand new motor for their Pro Lite. Yeah, but this is all speculation.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not gonna be going anywhere. We're not dogging the class or anything. I still think Pro Lite put on one hell of a show at Wheatland. So
Yes, they did. Like I said, it was the race of the day on Saturday.
yeah.
And then on Sunday was probably Pro 4.
Yeah.
So.
But Antigo.
Let's start going through our picks as far as it goes. Let's go.
Antigo.
Are we gonna go new schedule?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Normal monster.
Pro 2.
Prince of Westchester.
So Pro 2.
Pro 2.
Pro 2.
Saturday.
I will go. I'll start it off just because I wanted to say his name before anybody else does. Ricky G.
Damn it.
I'll go Ricky G number 1. Uno. Then I'll go. How did Beat look?
I don't know. He was in the Pro 4.
Oh, damn.
Dude, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
I can't, bro.
Dude, you gotta stop.
I've been holding it in.
No, dude. It was
way
stink-
more
it-
than-
You hold it in end?
It was
like I'll hold it in and
Dude,
I'll fart. and
it
I'll
was
hold in,
it
and
was
I'll fart.
stinky.
What happens if you don't hold it in? What is it as loud?
I just let it kind of leak out now. We're just like blah, 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 blah. Oh, now. I'm not even trying to make it loud. I'm just
dude, it's not healthy. But anyways,
Okay, Ricky G. And then I'll go Ryan Beat. And then I'll go KGB.
ooh, Chad Dowsett, KGB,
Did he?
somewhere around there.
KGB. Yeah, that's my top 3.
All right, I will go Ryan Beat,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ricky G, Rosales.
Oh, man, the believer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is. I don't even know if we can call that even like a wild pick anymore.
no, I don't think so. I really don't think
That's not
so.
even
No,
like a,
bro.
oh my God thing
I think
anymore.
he's proven that he's like
he's a
podium
guy.
contending individual.
And then Sunday.
No, you got him.
Oh, go ahead.
You can go. I've been shitting on you all night, so.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah.
Are we both going Sunday? We're picking
Yeah,
winners?
yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Keegan.
Ricky G, Sunday.
I was gonna go. I mean, again, this is gonna sound super boring, but I'm gonna go Keegan, Ryan, Ricky G, and then I think bullshit happens, and I'm gonna go Johnny Holcher on Sunday.
Johnny Holcher.
Oh shit, I forgot all about that guy.
Wearing his hat.
Damn, I am.
He goes, I forgot all about that guy.
I just think I don't know if he's not aggressive like that, but Antigo's like an aggressive track where I think, unfortunately, Johnny's gonna get bullied a little bit.
I think I just roll the dice because I know that at a track like Antigo, as long as you run good, consistent lines, you could stay out front, and I could see Johnny Holcher taking like 4th on Saturday, and then drawing the invert, and then starting 1, and then just having a day.
Yeah,
I mean that's how he's won both times. Was then out front.
Yeah,
and he's very, very capable of staying out front, given that everything stays together.
So you think JH not being aggressive enough is going to be hindering to
on Saturday? Sunday, like you said,
on these tight tracks.
Sunday, I bet you he podiums.
Because I think he's still trying to figure out the Pro 2 a little bit. I think he's comfortable in it, but it's also one of those where, I mean, it's 3rd race of the year.
Yeah, like VDE said, you're still learning things about it.
Yeah. And you're just getting a feel for it.
Yeah.
And I think you take 4th and you draw the invert, you're on the start, you're like, all right, hey, I feel good. Let's see what this has got. And I think if it all comes together, I think it's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Podium on Sunday, though, I think, for JH.
JH
At least,
is
yeah.
my dark horse. Oh.
Keegan's winning on Sunday.
Okay.
I think Keegan's 2nd on Sunday. All right. What comes next?
Pro Spec.
Pro Spec. Shit, bro. Dude, this is one of the tougher classes.
Yeah.
Because it could be literally anybody.
Literally anyone.
All right. I'm gonna
literally.
go. I'm doing wild pick.
Wild.
Wild.
Who's wild?
How wild?
Yeah.
Avery Hemmer.
Okay.
Okay.
She got her first one last year here.
Did she?
Yep.
Medusa, bro.
And Avery was, and I don't know if anyone knew this, but Avery was sick on all Wheatland.
Basically dying at
Yeah.
Wheatland.
Flu game.
And I think she's
Pretty
the one
much.
that gave it to everyone.
I wasn't sick. Spreader. Super spreader.
Yeah, I
but-
think she was a spreader. But
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah, she went everybody in. She went everybody in staging. She's like, "Hey, good luck."
yeah.
Shaking everybody's hand.
yeah. How do you think she sounds though? Was she like? She's like, "Hey, good luck," and she's like, "Hey, good luck," and it like got
It's
progressively
got worse every time she talks.
Hey, how's it going?
But Avery Hemmer, Wyatt Miller, Draxton.
Damn. So you're just going sweats.
I'm going Sweats.
Sweats for the podium.
Yeah.
Sweats. I'm not going sweat.
Same.
I'm going to go with Nick Visser,
Okay.
VDE,
Wow.
and then Wyatt.
I'm gonna go. I like yours. I think I'm gonna go Nick Visser,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna go Wyatt,
Nick has a brand new truck, guys.
and then I'm gonna
Forget that.
go. I gotta go VD. It's hard to count against him. I know it's a new truck for him too, but just in talking with him, he seems pretty
Oh,
decently comfortable for
yeah.
all things considered.
Yep.
But my Sunday pick is VDE.
Sunday pick is Wyatt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Wyatt.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It's such a tough class.
And until he like gets into into the like the yips like he was last year.
Yeah.
I mean,
the crazy thing is Dylan Parsons not even.
I don't know, man. It's like he won that championship, and then, I mean, you got to think though that wreck also.
Oh, and that's what I
just
mean.
Gotta be.
He just never got his mojo.
Yeah,
back.
he's Bruce Banner. He just stayed at Bruce Banner.
well, and then
We need
even
the
then,
Hulk.
The Hulk.
even
We
then,
need him. We get angry.
even after Wheatland at Antigo took second. Fucking
Oh yeah, ran into the wall.
drove
Yeah.
that
Yep.
motherfucker into the wall.
Yeah.
And then it was
That's
just
what I'm
never the
saying.
same, bro.
Just stayed as Bruce Banner. He's afraid to go to the Hulk.
PTSD. Yeah.
Hulk, he's trying to make it
I
like
agree.
like
Oh,
the
he-
Avengers. He's like, no.
Yeah. No.
What do you mean
Banner,
no? What do you mean no?
Okay. Pro 4.
Pro 4.
I'm going with the guy coming back to the series.
No.
I'm risking it.
Are you?
I'm risking it. Just
Wow,
'cause-
just throwing the pick away.
Damn.
risking
Damn.
it.
Really throwing it away.
Risking it. Cole Mamer.
Mickey Thomas.
I want to, but how I can't. I don't get. Mickey's almost like Cole now. Just I
But
don't
you're
understand it.
picking him?
New truck.
All
I
right,
trust in
okay.
Dustin.
All right.
I'm picking Dustin.
All right.
Picking Mr.
Okay.
Pence.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm picking Dustin Pence.
Let's see. I gotta go.
Wait, no, he didn't do top 3.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
See,
Cole.
I'm holding it in right now. By the way.
Just let it leak out once. I just want to see
Put
the
the mic
difference.
next to your book.
Yeah, just let people know this is you holding it in.
No, I just held it in. It went away now.
Oh.
like I'm.
You hold it in, it
Yes,
goes
I will hold
away.
in a fart, and then I would fart, and then I would hold it, and I would alternate.
All right. Well, anyways.
So I've been doing you guys a lot. I've been doing you guys some favors.
I'm
throughout the
doing you
night.
guys a favor. He
Hurry
says,
up, keep going.
I'm going Cole, Jimmy, KGB.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going Jimmy, Ryan Beat.
Is he racing it?
I thought Justin was jumping.
Yeah, I thought he
Nope.
was too.
Nope.
Damn.
When they make that decision.
I don't know.
Yeah, come on now. You gotta share that information.
What truck? Is it the same truck?
Yep, same truck. Ryan Beat and KGB.
Okay, well now that I know Ryan's racing, I'm gonna go
We're not going to pick him. Go ahead.
Jimmy Henderson,
He's not in there.
G-Pa, and KGB.
And GPA Sunday.
On Sunday, I think I'm gonna go.
I'm going Jimmy.
I gotta go Jimmy again.
I think GPA figure out the truck on Saturday and then find his balls on Sunday.
I think story-wise, I would love for G-Pa.
too.
Another GPA Jimmy battle.
I don't know if it's.
It's. I mean, they seem
I
to
think the
start off
track's
pretty
too tight.
good.
Yeah, well that's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. I think the track's too tight for G-Pop style.
I mean, if he's got CJ in his ear,
well, yeah,
Good. Yeah, that's.
yeah.
he's hey,
Yeah.
Hey!
Knock it off.
knock it off
Yeah.
now. Stop
Yeah.
doing that.
I guess that's what sucks about Pro 4 too. Like anyone could win.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Adrian, Cole,
Almost anyone going.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Mickey.
Yeah. Mickey.
right,
Yeah. Yeah. Think about Mickey. You know, finally has testing time on it.
Hopefully, it
You know,
worked.
and from what I heard, his truck looks pretty dialed right now.
I mean, it looked dialed.
I
At
mean,
Wheeling, too.
as long as it's 10 laps dialed.
Yeah. 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 And that's the thing. Like, I think
Dialed for a lap.
all the Pro 4 drivers have to race within their truck means.
You know how that's got to be so frustrating for Mickey to race basically. How many races has he finished? Not a lot. One, two,
Maybe one.
Maybe one because he broke
What?
down and then he finished. I think at Lena, right?
one.
Was over by you, and then he like
No.
limped it at the
Yeah,
end.
so
No.
I
one-
thought he did. I thought he did do a track like that though. Where
Either way, like one,
he
you count
limped
the
it.
races he finished in one hand, and he went a whole
100 yeah,
season and
yeah.
couple race like. That's gotta be so
Yeah.
frustrating.
Yeah. Nuts. I think it's Pro side by side.
I don't know what
Pro side by side.
Okay.
is it.
Yep.
Yep.
Jeb Boodle.
Yeah, boot.
Jibu.
You know what? I'm gonna go with I'm trying.
No,
Yep.
not for pro side by side.
Yeah, pro side by side. I think he's gonna figure it out.
And so that's the one he never
Colin
finishes, right?
Truitt.
Is he gonna bring it?
Yeah, yeah. Colin Truitt, and then Mr. David Gay.
He's not in.
I don't think he's
pro
in that
side by
one.
side.
Oh, not David Gay. Loire.
Oh,
CJ?
okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep. CJ, pick him on CJ.
Yeah.
But yeah, Loire.
I was gonna ask this before. That Nathan Wolf in the Can-Am that was there, was he
Mhm.
at Glen Helen?
Yeah.
That's that guy?
Yep.
It's been
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Is he here for all of them?
I think so.
I think so. I would
Yeah.
say so.
I just wanted to make sure.
All right, go ahead.
Me? I'm gonna go with Jeb Boodle. I'm gonna go with Colton. Right? He's in the class. I think he just didn't do that great. Right? Yeah, he didn't do that great,
Yeah,
right?
he's currently got 0 points, but
Really?
yeah, I don't know if he got.
We're switching it up.
I
Then.
don't know if he went. I don't know if he went to Dairy Queen or not, but
All right, I'm still picking him. Fuck it. And then that Nathan Wolf.
All right. Yep.
breaking news: fucking meatball subs all set. Let's go. So I apologize, sir.
Yeah,
Say your picks again.
I went with Jeb.
Yep.
Colton. Nathan.
Okay. I'm again, man. I hate to be boring, but I'm gonna go Jeb, Nathan, and then Mr. Loire.
Wow, nice.
Robert Loire.
And then for Sunday, we'll go with Loire.
I'm gonna go with Nathan.
I'm gonna go with Nathan as well.
Mhm.
Again, given that
Yep.
he's there, I
Yep.
believe he should be there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I'm
So,
going off of.
Loire
also.
though.
Yeah. Chat say anything?
No,
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
don't
All right.
care about it.
And then Pro
Light?
Light. Yep.
Is it?
Pro Light.
Mm-hmm.
Pro
Well-
Light. I'm going with. You know what?
We lost somebody in that class.
Yes, we did. Travis Milhausen.
Gone.
Gone for
girl.
the
Gone, girl.
gone for the time being.
Gone for the foreseeable future.
Mhm.
Yes. So I'm gonna go with Drake Mateg.
Oh, also, breaking news:
What?
Meatball subs.
Connor Berry back
Drake.
in the truck.
Drake will not be racing.
What?
We got one taste of him.
Really? Connor couldn't handle it.
Fame.
Stick your ass in that fucking cast.
Said, I think as of last week, his doctor cleared him.
We're robbed of greatness.
Man.
So Connor Berry
Ugh.
is
Well,
a go.
all right,
Yeah,
well, then
Drake Mateg
this
was-
changes up my picks then.
Drake Bateg Supernova. Burn bright.
Connor couldn't handle it.
Yeah, right. saw the successes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go
I gotta
with.
get in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Jory Machosic, Connor Berry, Matty Wood.
I tell you what, if that happens, I am not filming the rest of the day.
If
Oh, yeah,
how
that's
his
fine.
goes,
If the People's Champ throws down,
I'm wearing
like
the
you're
shirt.
getting drunk,
I'm wearing the shirt.
you're blacking
Saturday.
out.
are you? Oh, when do they come in? Are they in?
Hopefully Thursday.
Okay.
Are you blacking out?
Is
that why?
He'll have one.
I'll have. I gotta.
A
You gotta have
victory- a
one.
victory
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I'll do a beer.
You should bring a pack of smokes. Smoke one. For him
Oh,
with him,
dude,
too.
I'd crush a fucking
Yeah, just
a menthol.
yeah, a little moto dart,
No,
Yeah.
I would do a motor dog.
yeah,
too.
yeah.
moto sig.
Yeah,
Yep, mhm.
yeah. I
Yep.
want a picture of that. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be great.
Not on the podium in the pits. In the pits.
Look at him, yeah.
In the pits.
Yes, boy.
In the pits.
What if we sit on the podium afterwards and we just like, you know what I mean?
Like after the TV crew's all gone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, because
Yeah.
you know they're gonna want to run through it.
But what if we're just like, hey, we know the track guy, we know the track owner.
We know
Zach said we could do this.
If Zach says we can do it, then yes.
that. We're all just
I will have I will have a victory sig. with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people's
No,
chat.
we can honestly go find like a place to do it.
Yeah.
I was just.
I just want to see where I could push.
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I was asking how far I could get away with it.
All right, your turn.
I mean, I got to go Connor Berry, Michael Funk, and then I am gonna go with Matty Wood.
I'm gonna go with Funk, Barry, Wood.
And then Sunday, I'm gonna go with Funk.
I'm going with Barry.
I'm gonna go with Barry as well.
I think Barry
Alright.
I
needs
think he's
one day.
sweeping.
Okay.
I think Connor's sweeping this weekend.
Are
All right.
you?
All right. We'll see. See what happens.
Sources say you want to sweep this weekend.
Then
Buggy?
no pro stock.
Pro stock.
Pro stock.
This is the good one.
Yes. I'm gonna go with Colin Truitt.
Oh, all right. All right.
Hey,
All right.
class,
Hey,
right?
hey,
You
hey.
go that?
Colin-
Hey.
Forgot what class we were in.
Yeah, hold on, brother.
Colin Truitt. Jesus.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And and again, this guy's probably gonna make me look like a fool, but Kosmecki.
Kosmecki. You're really you yelled at me.
And then our boy Benny. Top 6.
Just shaking. I will go with Cross. Then I'll go David Gay. And then I'll go Colin. Kind of what they finished on Sunday. last
Yeah,
night.
yeah,
just
kinda.
say what's that.
Well,
what
that's
I'll go with.
that's the point standings right now. But I'm gonna go something similar. I'm gonna go Cross. I'm gonna go David Gay, and then I'm gonna go Jake Kosmecki.
Mm-hmm.
You're picking Jake also?
I'm gonna pick.
Do you
I'm
guys
gonna-
know
I'm gonna-
something?
I know. I'm just gonna pick
No,
Kosmecki.
he's picking up his social media posts.
So-
He's posting and everything.
Okay.
He's getting out
All
there.
right.
The-
See,
the-
this is information I missed.
So this is what I noticed from Wheatland. Had that restart not happened, Kosmecki was in third,
Yeah.
and Colin Truitt threw a move on Kosmecki
Mm-hmm.
and held off Kosmecki and I think Loire.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
I
were
want to
on
say
his
they were
ass.
on his ass, and Colin had to survive just one lap, and he did it. So I think Kosmecki has got the capabilities, and I think that he could hold off Colin in like a situation like this.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think it's going to be a Cross and David
Mm-hmm.
battle, and I think it's going to be like a Kosmecki, Colin, and Loire
Okay.
battle in the back,
Yeah,
or
and
battle in the back for third,
Okay.
and then
uh,
way in the back like for 10th. It's going to be like no, I'm kidding.
and then Sunday, David Gay.
I'll go Jabudo.
I gotta go. I'm gonna go David. I'm gonna go David Gay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go David Gay.
I believe in Jeb.
Jeb.
I just his
Jebediah.
stock has not been.
Nope.
He
Dialed
races
in.
that shit down in
That's
I know
down
he
there.
does. I know he
Nobody's.
does.
Right?
Nobody's down there.
nobody's.
He goes, nobody's down there.
Yeah.
He's a bunch of
Of course
nobody's.
he's winning, right? Nobody's
No,
down
I'm
there.
not saying- I'm not-
yeah, right, yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah, who's on the podium with Boodle? A bunch of nobodies.
Yeah. Don't know.
Yeah, don't know him at
And then the main event. And then the main event. Pro Buggy.
Oh, the main
Oh,
event.
man.
Dun 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 dun.
Pro Buggy.
We lose Drapkin, right?
Yeah, we lose draft.
Yeah,
Not
what
a big
fucking part.
loss. No.
What? Yeah, not a big loss. If anything, dude, he's kind of like just a guy that holds everybody up. You know what I
Drapkin?
mean? Yeah, he's in like sixth, and you're like, just
Mm-hmm.
pull over, just go home.
Yeah.
You know
Sounds
what
like
I
he
mean?
was in the wrong gears on Sunday.
He's in something. He's in something, and it definitely wasn't the correct gears. I'll tell you
Hey,
that.
so my pick for Pro Buggy, and I hope Bratcher is listening.
I hope so too.
I hope he got that fucking buggy worked out.
Mm-hmm. Same.
No more flings, no more anything. And yeah, so Michael Meister, the
Yep.
king. The king is back.
Jeff goes, wow.
Hey, if we didn't pick on you, we don't love you. Who's the new kid?
Jaden.
Yeah.
He's new.
Fuck.
Yep.
Dude,
Second is Jaden.
I was gonna put him at third for me.
Yeah, second is Jaden. And then Jordan.
Jordan.
That's if Jaden is there. I think Jaden is there. I think I saw him saying he's racing a full season.
Okay.
Yeah, Jaden's not a part-timer.
Okay.
Yeah,
like somebody else.
Yeah, like
Oh,
someone that said
Someone's sticking it out.
someone that said that I didn't have third gear. It was blown up.
Hey, you know what else be blown out?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll go Jordan.
Nephew, DraftKings not here, not racing Antigo. Part-timer.
Yep. I'll go Jordan Bernlar.
Wow.
Then I'll go Billy Booth.
Oh, dude.
My man Billy.
Dang.
And then I'll go Meister on
I
Saturday.
feel like I'm a big Billy Booth hater now. Because he didn't wave to me.
He don't wave to a lot of people,
I'm
man.
just saying.
He's a man. That's why.
He is. a
He
man.
honestly is a fuck. He's like a
He is.
man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I'm
Yes.
like Billy, man, I love your hair. He's like, thanks.
Yeah.
Billy Booth is my dark horse then.
Yeah, yeah. Or you're like, hey man, Billy, we love you and your family. He's like, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. You know what I
Tell your
mean?
brother I appreciate it.
He's like, hey, he's like, yeah, I just want to thank my mud muncher.
My mud munch.
And yeah, 51 to the booth. Just we're out here. Let's see. I'm gonna go Meister.
He said he's in it full time.
Yeah, see? So he's in chat, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So then yeah. I am gonna go Meister. And then I'm gonna go Billy Booth actually. And then I'm gonna go Jaden.
After he typed in chat, you gonna do him like that?
Who's that?
Jaden.
Yeah, I'm picking him through. What are you talking about? I'm picking him up podium, bro.
All right.
Shit, man.
Would you pick him?
Would not have
Second.
Oh.
would not have uttered his name last year. And then this year I'm just like, okay, I saw you.
Yeah, we see you. We see you.
I seen you out there.
Yeah, we see
I
you.
seen you ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I was not familiar with your game.
Yeah.
So I think all right, all 7.
Yep, that's it.
Meister on Sunday.
Know what? Because he typed in chat, he's gonna find his balls.
No.
Jaden.
No. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now you're
The
You want
king
you want to bet?
comes back. The king has.
You want to bet?
I mean, how much?
$20.
Like, so Jaden's got to win on Sunday or win at any day?
We'll say win any day at this point.
Yeah, I'll do $20.
All right.
Because if he does win, cool.
All right.
All right.
There it is.
Hey,
You
guys
guys are
are gonna have
picks.
to spot.
$20.
Yeah. So then my pick on Sunday is Jade. No. No, I'm gonna go. This is gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna go Cole Burnlower.
Cole?
Hey, no, that's not crazy.
I mean, he won.
he won.
Yes, he did.
He won.
I thought you were going to say Tony.
No, he is not getting a win at all this season.
Ever?
he looked good.
Not this season. He ain't getting
Oh,
a win.
I think he'll get that granted.
He did pretty good at Wheeling, didn't he?
Yeah.
Where's he
Yeah.
getting points? He's got to be up there. He had a decent Wheeling.
Let's see. Hold on.
Let me know.
Oh, you stop it. You fucking stop it.
He's fifth.
Yeah.
Tony is?
82 liters, 102. So I mean, he's
Oh yeah, he's
20
still
points.
there.
Well, yeah.
yeah.
So it was
Yeah,
Billy-
yeah.
He
Billy
did good on
Booth.
Saturday, didn't he? What did he do? He podiumed. I
Podiumed,
thought.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Billy Booth, Cole
close.
Burnlower, Drapkin, Jaden, Tony Keepers, Jordan Burnlower, Chase Gurr, Jaden Lemke, Bo Ambos, Kai Graff, Lone Christensen, Michael Meister, and then Mr. Ryan Schwabe. You know, that's the guy that needs to get his head out of his ass.
Ryan?
Oh,
Schwabe.
Steinhardt's
100%.
coming back though too.
Well, yeah, Mark Steinhardt. Okay, so Steinhardt, top 5 both days.
Ah, top top 10.
He's like, there's 9. So
Oh man,
I
I'm gonna have PTSD.
I bet you Tony gets a win this year.
Yeah, so do I.
I think so.
$50.
$50.
$50.
$50 he gets a win.
Just a win at any
A
point.
win.
in time.
A win.
Actually, I do $100 and a Milwaukee tool of your choice.
A Milwaukee
And a
tool.
Milwaukee tool. What the hell am I gonna do with a Milwaukee
I don't
tool in
know.
a fucking apartment?
Just letting you know.
Screwdriver.
Yeah. yeah. He's gonna. Oh, I need a new bandsaw, bro.
Yeah. $100 Milwaukee tool set.
A Milwaukee tool set now.
Milwaukee
Oh
tool
no
set?
Milwaukee tool. Whatever you want.
Of any choice.
Yep.
Milwaukee
I'm
has
just
a lot of
gonna.
shit.
I know. I'm just gonna get a fucking bandsaw at this point. But
And
we
then-
need one for.
And then you gotta return the.
Get like a lawnmower. Do they make that shit?
They make a
Yeah.
weed whacker.
There you go.
They make Megan Tiggs at all?
No. All right, bet.
Let me think about it.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain that Tony won't win.
All right.
I'm pretty now
Okay.
it's pretty.
I'm pretty certain.
He's gonna get a win.
I don't know, man.
He's gonna get a win. This is his
No,
year.
because here's what's gonna happen is that if I make this bet, the entire pro buggy class is gonna conspire, and there's gonna be
No, there's not.
there's gonna be
No.
collusion.
No,
There's gonna be
no.
fucking collusion. They're like,
No.
hey, let's get Tony a win.
No.
and we can embarrass Tito.
No,
I
That's
don't.
what I think is
I
gonna
think they're
happen.
too stubborn for that to happen.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I
Come on.
can
You
see
think,
it.
you think if Cole's like leading, he's gonna give up a win?
I think if Draftkins leading,
Yeah, I can see Draft.
that's what I mean, man. Is I think there are people out there that are like
No,
that want to see me
they're
fall.
racers, bro.
You know
no
what I
one's
mean?
giving up.
Hey, Drafkin, if you got a chance to see Tony win
And embarrass you.
and embarrass me and make me lose,
No one's gonna
would you
give
give up that lead.
No one's gonna give up that $600 paycheck.
That's what I mean, bro. Or even Jaden. Well, I guess Jaden, if you get a win,
Yeah, see, he's not giving up a win ever.
No, of course not.
You gotta ask like Meister. Meister is like, I could lose a win.
No.
Meister, I could see Meister doing it.
Just
for
because
sure.
like you gotta go
No,
for somebody that's like
no,
winning
no,
has
no,
won
no,
a lot.
No.
But they're racers like
You guys
Jeffrey's
are
son.
overthinking it.
I don't know.
I don't think in
No.
the moment, no one's gonna be thinking of that.
Yes.
Unless Tony's out there in the lead for so long that people are like, or he's in second.
No.
know what I mean?
No,
I don't think anybody would.
No one's gonna give up a win.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See, nope. Drapkin said nope.
Yeah. See. Jaden's still.
I need everything.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
get.
yeah. The jury's still out on Jaden, so I mean, we'll see.
There's no way Jaden would give up a win
Jaden
either.
wouldn't give up a win either.
Tony's,
Come on.
Tony's gonna earn it.
Yeah.
Come
on.
come on. Fuck.
You go fuck.
$50?
$50 and a Milwaukee tool.
Not a fucking Milwaukee tool. What am I gonna do with a Milwaukee
You
tool?
can get any Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
What? Okay, how about this? Pick a Milwaukee tool that I could get that's suitable and usable for my apartment. That's worth a bet.
But you're
drill.
not going to be in an
Milwaukee
apartment
drill.
I
forever.
already have a drill.
You're not going to be in an apartment forever.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Oh,
It's
you're
my
gonna
forever
find-
apartment,
You're
bro.
gonna find love one day.
No, no.
I'm living in a beautiful house
No.
with white picket fence.
Fucking alone forever. I'm
And
gonna.
you're gonna need
You're not gonna
tools
be alone
to
forever.
fix that white picket
You know what's
fence.
crazy is that you're gonna find me in that back closet. I'm gonna be like a dog. I'm just gonna go crawl back there and die.
See, never giving it.
Yep. See, no one will do it.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Right there. All right. Sweet.
All right, $50.
$50. And tools. And a tool.
No, just 50.
And a Milwaukee tool.
Just 50.
And a Milwaukee tool.
Just 50. Otherwise we can rescind this bet.
Everyone's seen it.
They got like toilet. They got a bunch of stuff.
Fuck am I gonna do with a Milwaukee tool?
Draftkey, can you reiterate our bet? What was the bet? Let me type it in chat.
Why do you need him to type it?
Cause watch.
Say $50.
What?
Said $50
Yeah.
for Tony Keepers getting a win.
A win
And a Milwaukee,
A win and pro
tool.
buggy.
And a Milwaukee tool.
in a pro buggy.
And
Yep.
a pro buggy. It doesn't
Any-
matter. It doesn't matter what class.
Yep.
So if it's
If it's the
pro buggy versus
Yep.
the
And he
pro
wins.
specs and he wins,
Yep.
it's a win.
Yep.
A win.
Mm-hmm.
So a win in a race. You
Yep.
can't be like, oh, he won top qualifier.
No,
Even
no,
if he
we know
gets
it's a race.
Even if it's like a 2-lap race because something happened, like to the field.
A win's a win.
Yep.
I hope it's muddy.
It's like one. Yeah. What if it's a mud race?
Dude, if he's ever out front, I'm just gonna like wave at him.
all right. right. So this is
All right. Damn. Holy fuck. We're already. Damn. It's almost.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kids got school tomorrow.
All right. Yeah. I got to be up at.
Yeah. Kids got school. People got work.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I got miles to run.
Yeah. God, I'm not looking forward to work tomorrow at all either.
All right. So again, thank you to our sponsors.
Yep.
21 Gun Roadhouse, ZFC, Impulse Media, Bill Stein, and the one and only Race Driven
Mm-hmm.
by Brian Hiding.
Race Driven by Brian Hiding. You need parts? He's your guy. Go give him a hug. He takes payments in the form of Miller Lights.
Yes. And he will be in the pro pits.
Yes, pro pits at Antigo. Go and look for him.
Right in the beginning at the side gate.
Yeah, as soon as you go in, go immediately to the right.
And he's right there.
He can be right there waiting for you. All the hugs, all the beers.
All the parts you need.
Yep.
He keeps them stock.
And just talk his ear off. He loves it.
Yeah.
He loves it. The longer you talk, the better.
Yep. All right, guys.
All right, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for listening, for downloading, for watching. We appreciate you guys. I'm Tito Labine. This is Jeffrey and Lyle Keeble, and this is the Impulse Show. Thank you guys so much. We will see you at Antigo, or we will see you guys next week.
All right.
Love